What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Vibed out, baby. Last day of the work week, man. Actually, I always feel like it's the weekend.
Thursday.
But you know how it is, man. We turned up to the max, man. Feeling good today, bro. It's a vibe. I got golf plans tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, no invite.
It's an outing. Yeah.
All right.
It's one of them things, man. Low key, I feel like I'm on like the little amateur tour right now, man. It's the most golf I played in my life.
Good.
I swear. I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm out here like 3-4 times a week right now, man. It's that season though. Everybody has a tournament. And I'm like, yeah, man, I'll pull up. I got time. Yeah. So hopefully my driver's a little bit better tomorrow for me.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Just need my reps,
Doing
man.
good in the community
Just need
too.
my reps,
I'm
man,
sure
you know?
it's an outing for charity. I gotta assume. Right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. There's always charity in this thing. Come on now, you know that, baby. But yeah, man, I'm excited about it though, man. So it's gonna be a vibe, bro. Yeah, but what's going on with you though, man? I see you decked out, got your Panthers tee on, you got your Pirates hat. Let's go Bucks.
Just a little
their game still going on? Or their game done yet?
No, it's done. They came back and won.
Salute.
That's 3 in a row.
Salute.
I had this take earlier today.
Okay.
This is the most Jekyll and Hyde team I've ever seen in baseball, I think.
Bro, I like that.
Because they will legit go on runs where they lose 9 in a row.
Yeah,
like lose
they
9
just
of
came
10
off
or
of
9
one,
or
yeah.
11. But then they'll go on like a 6 or 7 game winning streak.
This is very true.
What the hell, man?
And it's been lasting.
They don't have.
for
They
a
didn't even
while
have
too,
Brian
bro.
Reynolds. I don't think the Padres are that amazing. They're like 500. I checked their.
Okay.
A little less than 500 actually. Just checked their record. Like we didn't even have Brian Hayes or Brian Reynolds in the lineup either.
I like
O'Neal
it though,
Cruz
bro.
is still out.
And
it's these young bucks. These new
I would say
call-ups.
this too, though, man. We can't act as if just because the Padres don't have a great record that it's supposed to be a guaranteed win for us. We saw us even drop games. I think it was the Reds that beat us the one time.
There was that A's series. They're literally the worst team in baseball, and we were coming off that winning streak. It was like, these are guaranteed.
I look at the Mets series too, where we had smashed them like 2 times, and they got out there. That's the one time. I'm like, yo, what we doing, man? So the fact that we did take care of business, because that swept the series then. So yeah, man.
3-0.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's dope, man. I like it. Raise the Jolly Roger, baby.
We were
Raise
down
it.
the whole game. I thought the smog was getting to us, but
it is nasty out, bro.
Well, I gotta say this: with the smog and the air conditions and whatnot, and all the smoke in the air, the city of Pittsburgh should get used to it being that way, because that's what it's gonna look like every Sunday this fall after Steelers victories. We're smoking on the opponent's pack all day, every day.
Oh Lord. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, this is what it's gonna be like going forward. Yeah, it's gonna be this smoggy fog type of look.
Okay.
Particularly for football season.
Okay.
This is just a preview.
Okay.
I'm actually happy we got to like kind of witness it, get a feel for it, because this was gonna be like all fall and winter football season.
Hey man, I hope you accurate with that.
We got those victory packs up in the air.
I hope you are very accurate with that, man.
Starts in the preseason, week 2.
Was better than week 1.
Oh wait, there's a week 1 in the preseason.
So we just gonna lose week 1. Don't worry about that.
I honestly just forgot there was a week 1. I forgot there was a week 1 in the preseason.
This is crazy, bro.
I have week 2 up on a dartboard.
I just don't even see why how that even came to this, man. What's going on? See, I got him on a dartboard. Jeez. They just some innocent bystanders over here minding their business, staying out the way. Just low key, man. Jeez.
Yeah, I got the schedule lined up on a dartboard, and week 2 is like right at the bullseye. Week 2 preseason is right at the bullseye.
He said, I don't even care about the regulars just yet. Give me that week 2 preseason.
Yeah, you gotta be in the moment.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Although I am skipping over week 1 of preseason by doing that.
Yes. You know, just,
that one's a lock.
Oh my gosh. Ain't nobody worried about that Bills game. That's all I'm saying. Nobody's worried about that Bills game, bro. Just let it ride. Just let it ride, man.
Well, listen, I got a question for you, actually.
This
has been on my mind today.
I hope it's not a deep thought, man. I get nervous sometimes, man. Wifey hit me today with something like that.
I have had a few recently.
Okay.
I wrote some down if you want any.
You know what, man? We could get after it today. We got a little time.
Well, no, this one's better, actually, than any of those right now. So, I talked about Big Deke Investments, trying to start it up on the YouTube channel. Yeah. Shout out to the Pirates.
Deke 2. I did see your show. Yeah, Deke 2. Absolutely. It's up there. It's popping.
So, shout out to the Pirates because they won for me yesterday when Nick Gonzalez got a hit. Yeah. Nice little parlay. Today, Pirates got a win.
Let's go.
So, they're making me money. I also got a little bet for the PGA Tour this week, little parlay. But anyway.
Okay.
That's irrelevant information.
All right.
First video I posted to YouTube yesterday. like my first official like Big Deke investments video. YouTube, you know, I've done it before
No,
on
I'm with you.
Instagram and
Yeah.
Twitter. So like people are familiar with it, but I want to do it on YouTube, daily videos. But the first video I do, I get comments I've never seen before, that I've only seen for the first time. Like, hey, you might need to look out and maybe do a disclaimer or something out here and like tell people to do their own research. Someone else said like, man, you might need to change the name to like Big Deke Bets, cause like Big Deke Investments, like you're getting it like too convoluted or conflated with sports gambling bet. I'm like, I've never heard this in my life. I look around, cause I even checked too. I was like, maybe these guys are like actually looking out for me here. I looked through a bunch of sports betting channels across, even like Barstool, like big ones. I never hear them say anything about disclaimers when they're throwing their picks out there, anything. Ever.
I was about to say, I know.
And then the word investment, that's just, it's a funny play on, it is. It's like you're stacking your cash. And, I don't know. I thought it's funny. It's funny, it's a dope name too.
I feel like the only time from what I researched where you have to do disclaimers is if you're promoting like a gambling site. Like when we do DraftKings, if it was FanDuel, any of that type of stuff, right? At the end. But that's a commercial, right? It's an ad. And in that vein, you do have to put the disclaimer up there, which we always joke about, the 1-800-GAMBLING we sing and make a big deal out of it, right? But outside of like exclusively promoting a gambling platform like that, I don't see.
I'm just giving my picks and what I'm doing with my money.
Right.
I'm not telling anyone to do anything.
You have to do it. Yeah.
No.
It's nothing they got to sign up for. There's no like fees that they got to pay or anything like that. It's just, I'm up here giving my advice. You could take it if you want to take it, but this is what I'm doing. I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, I'm literally putting like my account balance, how much money I'm putting on each of these, and like how my account's fluctuating and whatnot.
Right. It's almost like we're following your journey.
That's what I'm going for. Like, and I want to set the goal. I want to.
Right.
I want to spend this money evenly on a certain sneaker potentially.
Right. So
just
it's like
some type
you get
of gear.
to watch the journey from the highs to lows. Are you up? Are you down?
Yeah.
Like I'm with you, bro.
I'm up recently. These buckos, man.
Yeah, I'm with you though. That's why I'm surprised that you said
like,
that. Yeah,
I'm just seeing if I'm missing anything. I've never gotten any of those messages before throughout like the year or two. I've done these little Big Deke investment videos.
What? But it was just when you went to YouTube?
The first video I did on YouTube. Some people commented. But like any other videos I've done before, like before a Steeler game or like when I post screenshots. I mean, think. All those Barstool dudes, they're promoting the Barstool Sportsbook on Twitter, just posting screenshots of the bets. They ain't posting disclaimers. No. Like, hey, I'm not giving advice. This, you know, I mean, do your own research. They're not saying that whenever they give their picks or anything.
Nor are they saying you have to do this either.
Right. Like, am I not allowed to say, like, oh, this is the lock of the day anymore?
Like, well, put it like this. If
we've done that many times on the podcast.
I'm going to look at it like this. You said it was some regular people making comments. Well, maybe they was just wrong. And people are loud and wrong at times. So I just chalk it up to that, man.
I'm a side on. I'll give them. I'll give them the benefit of that. Maybe they're just looking out for me. But like, you're right. Maybe they're wrong. Maybe it was a good natured comment.
A lot of people have good intentions, but they are not fully educated in this platform or in this vein to know like all the ins and outs of it. So just leave it at that. Big Deke Investments. I don't think I could change that name. It's too good, bro. And you've been doing it for a while now, right?
Yeah.
This ain't the first time you done a Big Deke investment. This ain't your first year doing a Big Deke investment either. So yeah, man.
So,
I'm with you, bro.
So we got the Cookie Monster saying most, if not all, YouTube stock investment channels share their journey, but still put disclaimers out there to protect themselves. David Dupree, ask an attorney.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say that's the next thing. Just tolerate an attorney. That would definitely be the next thing. Yeah.
It's just weird because no one else does.
I'm with you, bro.
Is it because I have investments in the name of the segment or the videos? But like obviously you could tell. Like,
but you know this is the frustrating part though.
But
this is the frustrating part, right? Because I already peep how this is gonna go. You go talk to an attorney, and they're gonna say technically you're not wrong, but technically you could be liable. So to protect yourself from all of that, just simply say this or simply do that. I think that'd be how that combo would go. But I don't think you have to change your actual name of it though.
It's too good.
I'm with you.
It's too good of a name. That's what it is. I'm building my portfolio.
Or shoot, man, when you started out, man,
investment, or sports investment.
Seriously, or just sitting when you started out, like, hey, these are my personal feelings on it. These are my ideas, and this is what I think is gonna work out. You don't have to do this, but this is what I think. You good.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't hurt to say. It was just odd. It was just odd, and I don't want to say it. I don't have to. You know what I mean?
I'm with you
because I think once you start, then it's like, you keep doing it. Like you stop after one.
Right. Now every single video you do every single day, you got to say the exact same disclaimer, or just what? Because you one of them tech savvy dudes, man. Just chop you up one of them little typed up disclaimer things that just pop up when you start the video. You can put it in the description.
Yeah. I guess you could put it at the end or something. Again, I've looked at all
That's
these
a lot though, bro.
YouTube channels with the sports, but I don't see any of them do it.
I have not either. Outside of like when we talk about like ads specifically, promoting like the sites. Outside of that, I haven't seen anything like that, bro.
Well, I just wanted to prove to myself I'm not crazy. Like I'm like, what?
But it is funny how the mind works though, right? You've been doing it for how many years? You've been dropping this content. But you finally get
sporadically,
but it's consistent enough that even before you came in here and said
you say Big Deke Investments,
Big Deke Investments,
you know what it is.
Know what it is.
You know what it means.
Yeah. So it's like all of that has been going on, but we finally get a comment where a dude's like, "Yo, man, you want to add?"
Yeah, I was doing it all year through Steelers season. Like I was making a video before each game or something. Yeah.
But no, you get 2 little comments here saying that. Now you over here like, "Hey, bro, hold on, man.
Am I off?
All right, am I tripping?" It's just funny. Instead of mind works though, bro.
They got me in a mind game here.
Yeah.
It's like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, man, they playing Jedi tricks on you, bro. It happens sometimes, man.
It is.
But, D.D. Smalls is correct, though. If you want to be completely above any questions, hit up your little attorney. You be straight that way. If not, I still don't keep thinking straight. But either way. All right. But you could be good, bro. You could be good either way. You good.
I think so.
You good.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hearing me vent, hearing me out there.
I know that was a legit thing though, bro. Because I'm thinking to myself, I'm like,
how many times have we made picks on the show?
Yeah.
Like the disclaimer we do is after the commercial, and that's for people with gambling problems.
It's literally for the gambling addict, right?
It's not if you lose off our picks.
And they even, because I've had combos with DraftKings, they've just told me when I word it, I just can't say, hey, drop 500 for a guarantee that you're gonna win. You got to just say for a chance to win or an opportunity to win. But I don't have to say, yo, there's a disclaimer though. Don't listen to me. Don't take me. Like, I don't have to say that. Yeah.
Donald Copeland says, of course we lose, we blame Deke.
That's what I was gonna do though. Yeah. Whenever you take a L, blame Deke. Deke, you'll be the face of any negativity, but we got you covered on lawyers. All right. If you need that, we'll cover you there. But you got to be the front face. I can't have that. You be the face. We'll take care of everything else, though.
Here's Richard Arbiza says there's no disclaimer when people talk crypto.
True, but it's slippery slope because we've also seen some of the crypto people have lawsuits brought up against them. But some of that, I think, does kind of fall with that like insider trading thing as well. A little bit of that. So it's a lot of questions still. With that
I'm literally just showing me spending my money.
Right. I'm
not telling anyone to do it.
Right. You're not saying you got to do this. You're like, no, bro, this is my investment. This is what I thought. This is how much I put down. These were the odds that were available to everybody out here. No special information for me. This is just what I feel.
Yeah.
I don't see the negative, bro. I don't see the issue.
I don't either.
I don't see the issue, bro.
Big Deke Investments. Tune in.
Holla at your dog, man. Deke 2, right? That's the channel, right?
Deke 2. I'm just, honestly, the basis for it, I'm just, because I can't uphold like 5 or 6 channels.
Low key, starting 3 channels or having 3 channels right now, I feel what you're saying.
But I want to still do the gaming content.
I'd
like to do the golf content.
Yeah.
I've been having this idea for Big Deke Investments. Maybe even just want to talk some shop about like wide-ranging topic. You know what I mean? I'm just throwing it all on Deke too. I'm just posting whatever the hell I want.
I'm with you, bro.
That's all I'm doing. So if you like that, go subscribe.
Go rock with my dog, man. Go rock with him, man. Y'all heard him.
Yeah, but yeah, I still want to do all that stuff. It's just like, it's hard. It's hard. Like gaming, it's its own culture. It's its own like industry. You almost do it a disservice if you don't go in on it, right? Or even myself a disservice because I'm like, this isn't. I would like to go harder at this, but then I'm like, you got this back and forth tug and pull.
That's how I feel when I talk of that shoe channel. I'll be like, bro, I got like you really got to like dive in and make it like your thing.
Because people do it as their number one.
That's the thing, yeah. Whereas we look at it kind of like, all right, it's an additional thing, but yeah, it's real, man. That is definitely real.
Deke 2.
Shout out to the homie. Shout out.
What do we got then? You got anything? Deep thought. What did Shonda bring up?
No, see, Shonda had me not hot. Shonda had me feeling like I was in hot water because she has these dreams. She goes to sleep at times.
Okay. You were doing something bad in the dream?
Apparently, yes. And I'd be like, yo, how does the dream L carry over to real life?
It happens. I think there's like a 15, 30-minute window. Like you really still feel like that dream was real.
The way she was looking at me, bro, I'm just like, yo, chill.
Do you want to share what you did?
Why is it gonna be what I did? And that's the problem. See, in the dream, is always outlandish.
Dream moats. What did dream moats do?
Dream moats had a whole.
What did fake moats do?
Dream moats had a whole like import from another country living here on payroll that I was conversating, but not even on no behind the scenes, like blatant. Like, this is what it is. Deal with it. I'm like, oh God, no, me? Don't get me killed today, bro. Please. Why are you dreaming like this, man? And of course, she remembers every little detail. I'm like, hold on, baby.
You think? Well, and that's so she shared that with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think once you put it out there, you're not gonna forget it that easily. It might be months.
Well, because the funny thing is, I remember it was probably when I was in Cali last year. I had one of them same like crazy dreams. I'm calling her. I'm like, yo, babe, I love you, but ooh. It almost got real. Oh my gosh. It was a dream, but Lord, it felt so vivid. It felt like it was like it actually happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it really took me like a couple days like
I get it.
So you're right now. I felt like we in that phase right now. I was like, hey babe, let's hold hands. You wanna hold hands? Like let's just start let's start with the cool, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Damn, you down bad like that. There's got to be a good movie or something on tonight.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Well, that's the other problem, though. I've been too busy throughout the day, so I had a chance to, like, give it a full wine and dine. You feel me? Yeah, it's like I'm in a meeting right now. We recording right here, meeting after this. But, yeah, it was just funny. I'm like, yo, I hate these dreams. Why? A dream would just randomly pop up and have you in a situation. Like, whoa, easy. All right, why your subconscious be thinking of me like that? Huh? Why your subconscious always trying to attack my character? Assassinate my character like that, man. Just let me live. Yeah.
Oh, so you're blaming it on her.
I every once in a while, it's my toxic trait, all right? If I feel like I'm getting hot, I'm going to find a way to... So it went from like, hey, babe, like I know your dream version of me wasn't the most ideal. And granted, we know we are very different, your dream versus me.
Why are you viewing me that way?
Why you even view me like that, though?
Yeah, like, why that pop up?
Why that's in the back of your mind? Why that's in your dream vault? You feel me? Why your dream think of me like that and now to me like a rock star?
Yeah, like, what have I done wrong to you,
you know
in real life?
Like how
I thought I've been good.
You feel me? I thought we was all nice. Yeah. But it be like that sometimes, man. So, you know, that's what's going on over here. So it was pretty funny, man, when my alarm went off. And I'm like, yeah, I guess it's time for me to go holler at Deke. I'm like, dang. Still feel a little...
Oh, you're taking a nap?
I tried to.
Oh, good.
So let me try to give me a little nap in here, man. But yeah, bro, it was just funny to me, man. I'm like, bro, why y'all putting that on me in the dream, man? I'm trying to just be the vibe in real life and in your dream world, man. Don't put that on me, please, Lord, no. Deke, you feel me? It's enough to fight in real life.
They're saying it's the devil in her dreams trying to deceive her.
I'm gonna blame that when I see her. I'm like, you need to go to church, babe. I'm telling you, you need to go to church. You need Jesus.
I haven't had those dreams forever.
I don't dream.
Say the last time it was in rehab.
Yeah, and that
out in California.
That was when I ain't have my medication. You know what I'm saying? When I was on my plant-based diet, I had to, take a little Brizate.
Ever since then,
dreams are good. I mean, it's been amazing dreams. So you need to go, read the Bible or something. You dream about me like that, Lord. I thought I was future. It's like, baby, hey. Listen, I like to listen to his music, but I ain't abiding by it now, all right? Jeez.
All right, there's a couple I wanted to bring up. Going back to the gambling stuff.
Hold on. Shout out to the homie Kel. He says naps are essential when over 30. He was trying to tell you that, Deke. That's a vibe, bro. You're not there yet. If you could get you a little midday nap whenever you can, bro, you gotta, hey man, take advantage of it, bro. Take advantage of it.
Well, I know you're getting into golf. That is the perfect time to nap, actually, on like a Saturday or Sunday during the day. Okay. Oh yeah, throw golf on. You'll fall
Salute.
asleep within like 30 minutes. It's
What?
almost like a guarantee.
Yes, but I thought that was a bad thing. I thought I should want to stay awake for the whole
Masters, the majors, you want to stay up.
Okay.
I think just the regular tournament,
because it's a regular tournament on like every single day. It seems like.
They got one going on this
week.
week.
Watching.
He's the favorite this week. He's part of my parlay, and he's screwing up. He's like 80th place right now. He's the favorite. He's favorite to win. Like everyone's like, oh, he's the best of this field. This
I
weak.
like Finau, man. Every time I throw him my little, I got a little hat that he wear and his little.
I just need him to hit top 40. I think he's like 70th or 80th right. He might not even make the cut.
I could dig it.
He needs to pick it up.
I could dig it.
You need to talk to him.
I got him, bro. I got him.
Esteban Orgonde says De'Aaron Fox did a rug pull on his NFT projects and made $2 million and didn't get anything. So Deke, don't worry. I think you're good.
I think you all right, bro. Yes.
I think there's a lot, bigger shysters out there, and you think. With some of these dudes, they'll like make people pay for their picks.
That's what I'm saying. Like if somebody is paying for the content, I think that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
So then you got to worry a little bit more about disclaimers and stuff like that. But this is
if I keep hitting like this,
completely free.
I might make people.
Ain't nothing wrong
keep
with that,
hitting
bro.
like this.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
I think I'm like 4 for 4 this week.
Come
3 for
on,
3.
man. Everybody want a chance to get some. Come on now.
Let me see. Is there anything else? Just in terms of like what we were just
Jacob
talking about.
Malacio said life is too short to be napping. Nah, man, life is too long to not nap, man. You're gonna get burnt out otherwise, man. No. You gotta take some time in here, man. You gotta take some time in here, baby.
It is crazy though. I mean, you spent pretty much a third of your life sleeping.
Seriously. But you
really
have to though, bro. Like to keep your energy where it needs to be, to stay mentally clean and sharp like you want to, man. Yeah, you gotta have that. It's a precious balance. It's the work-life balance, man.
I guess if God did it, we can. He took a nap on the 6th day.
Shout out to the Sabbath, bro. Shout out to the Sabbath.
Okay, you want to get to these shout-outs?
Yes, bro. We this has been a smooth, kind of cool. I don't even know how we just be flying. This is our vibe, though, Deke. Only us, man. We done talked about the crazy dream where I almost got. We done talked about the Bible, going to church. You done dropped the little, you know what I'm saying, little Sabbath reference in here, man. We got some big, deep convos. We had some legal convo as well, man.
And those 4 players got officially suspended today.
They did. I did see that, bro. Now, time out. Did you see the one cat from the Colts, bro?
No.
So I went
Did he
back.
respond to
I
it?
went back. No. I went back and looked even more into what they were saying. His allegations were.
I thought he was betting on his own games, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yes. I'm like, bro, what are we talking? Like, I don't.
Some of them did the college in the facility.
In the college one,
there was only one guy betting on his game.
Yeah. Isaiah
he was the main guy.
I was like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, yo, you
that's
are
bad.
wildin', bro. You are absolutely wildin'. You're probably never gonna play in the NFL again. That's the reality of it, bro. Like when you're doing that type of stuff, bro.
Yeah, he's expendable in and of his own right.
Absolutely. It's like, and you saw they cut him. They cut him and the other cat from Indy. Yeah, I'm just like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Like, you're tripping. You know better than that. Even before there was a gambling app, bro, you know you can't bet on no daggone game that you playing in. Or that you're on the same team.
Go through a bookie.
You know what I'm saying? Like
behind the scenes.
Bro,
if you're gonna do it, you shouldn't be doing it.
Bro, you definitely shouldn't be doing it. But it's like you're just gonna blatantly do it as well. Like what?
At least Calvin Ridley had the excuse of like
he was hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt. He wasn't playing. He bet on his team, right? Did Rodgers bet against his team? Like that's the thing
we did. That was because I know he was betting against it. He bet on the running back the one time, not Jonathan
Taylor.
Taylor.
Was bad. So.
He like bet on like some random running back that hit over. I'm like, bro, you are wilding out, bro. Like, what is going on? Oh, I'm gonna try to see if I can pull up the exact thing, man. Oh my goodness, yo, because they definitely had it. I saw it earlier, man. Where they were talking about specifically, like it was like an under that he tried to hit on. I'm like, yo, you are what? What is wrong with you, bro? Like, yes, yep.
He wasn't following the rules of Big Deke Investments.
Clearly.
You always bet positive for the home team.
Yes. It might would have worked out a little bit better for him, man. I started to call up Mike Mitch when I found this out. I was like, I don't want to put you in a hot situation. Yeah.
You good? Some inside info.
See? That's how it all starts.
We almost had some good ones from, or good one from TG yesterday if he would have got AB on the line.
It was like, yo, stop it. Stop it. Because he definitely was making a call. I'm like, yo, no. We don't want to do that today. No. In fact, we're going to be on the phone today, but it's going to be with Pressley Harvin today, joining us at 5 o'clock. We're definitely excited to have him back on. We ain't talked to him since his rookie season, bro. It's been a lot that has happened.
We got a lot of good questions. You guys have some good questions.
Now, salute y'all as well, man, in the comment section, man. we do like that, and I'm glad that you actually be doing that too, man. Shout out to you for that, man. Look, Deke be taking the initiative, bro. You need a Deke in your life, all right? Deke be holding it down, man. Deke be like, bro, you know what? I'm gonna get these fan questions on this way, man. I'm gonna pop this thing like that, man. I got the
good questions.
Like, bro, it's fine, bro. I like it, but it's a different dynamic because most of the time we only think of just what I would ask, what you would ask. But it is always cool to have that third element, you know? So I like it, man. Salute you for that. Though,
Yeah, I'm
bro.
not gonna ask everything that was put in the comments because
yes. Well, we do have a little bit of a motley crew. You know, this is not the most civilized and buttoned up group. Y'all know how we get sit in over here, all right? But we all have good intentions. Sorry, it comes from a good place. I hope so, at least.
Okay, here's a few location shout outs here. Lifted Ones, 916 in the crib as usual. Would y'all recommend Pittsburgh as a nice place to live? Looking at colleges that way. Yeah, go to Pitt.
No, I would definitely say it's a nice place to live. Speaking from a person that is not from here, that has lived in multiple spots, I love it here, man. You get big city and small city vibes. You're going to get all the big time action you want in terms of restaurants, sporting events, concerts, entertainment, and at the same time, not having to live in a New York City, a Philly, or LA, or Miami, man. So.
And if a concert or someone's traveling that they're not coming to Pittsburgh, you can't see them here. You could travel to Philly or Maryland or something. Yeah, DC.
Yeah,
not too far away.
Everything 3-4 hours. Yeah.
I'd say the only downside is the cold, but some people view that as a positive because they like the changing of seasons.
Yeah.
I just think it's too cold for like a month or two, and typically that's after Christmas. Like once you get midway through January, I'm ready for spring. But every place has pluses and minuses, so I'll live with that. Pittsburgh's home.
You speaking to a person that lived in Buffalo for 4 seasons. The weather here is an absolute joke. I've never felt cold, but that's my personal experience. Deke, you've lived here your whole life, so it's different. Buffalo is just
and winters recently have been very mild here, I would say.
Coming from Buffalo is, you're used to a certain level of negative degrees being the norm from Halloween to about May. It's gonna be brick. It's gonna be snowy. So yeah, man. But I do like it though, bro. I do like you can't go wrong here though.
No, yeah.
Do you think you would ever leave? Like legit, like.
No, I'd always come back. If I did, it'd be like just for a year or so, like traveling just to see something. I think this is home. Anytime we travel, we go anywhere, or I go anywhere. I've been to Portland. We've been out to California, some Midwest, out Green Bay, down the whole East Coast too.
Yeah.
I've been to
to
a decent amount of places.
Yeah.
I always go away with the same thought of just like, this is cool to be here, but it ain't home. Like I don't think I have really much of a desire to move to these places. I'd rather be in Pittsburgh.
I feel you on that. I like Pittsburgh too because it reminds me of the crib. It reminds me of the 757. A little less water, but it's just chilling for the boys. So that's why I love it.
And all my family and friends are here. And I think as you get older in life, that's what you realize is most important. Like, you go somewhere. I mean, obviously you can make new friends, new people and stuff, but like your real good friends from like high school and stuff are here. Bro. Your family's here. I mean, most places are like all this. Like you're gonna get breweries, you're gonna get bars, you're gonna get buildings and bridges and structure. You're gonna get the same type of thing probably in any place you go. Like people are pretty consistent. Humans have been consistent on how we operate, right? So why not get the place where you have something that can't be anywhere else, and that's the relationships, the friends, the family, all that stuff, and that's here in Pittsburgh for me at least.
I like that. I like that.
I mean?
Shout out to Pittsburgh, bro. So yes, we do recommend that you, if you did decide to go out here, this would be the spot we'll pull up in, man.
Great place to live.
Duquesne, Robert Morris. Yeah.
I like this energy from Donald Copeland though. Wait, I lost his comment. Hold on. Most livable city, but we full.
Okay. Okay.
It's kind of like the media talking about the Steelers.
Yeah.
If you haven't been talking about us, don't start talking about us. If you haven't been here,
it's dope. But if you ain't,
we're closing up shop. We're closing up the bridges.
Now. It's too late. Hey. All right.
Don't start coming here when we get all that publicity saying we're the most livable city. Because people were shitting on us back in like 60s and stuff and 70s. Oh, they're just like Iron City. It's all cool and it's dark and everything. We're revived.
I like it, man.
We're
I
revived.
like it, bro.
Most livable city. That's what made us, that blue collar aspect of the city too.
Heck yeah.
Those were our origins.
Nah, without a doubt, man. And we transitioned from there, but nah, salute it though, bro. I like it.
Okay, I'll say a few more of these shout outs here.
Bro, I don't even know we were on the shout outs yet. So yeah, drop in the comment section where you're tuning in from so we can give you those shout outs to start the show. Yeah, I forgot to even make the announcement, man. Oh, hit that like button one time too. Subscribe if you have not done that just yet.
Hybrid Aesthetics out here in the 480. It ain't bad either at Pittsburgh West. He's out in AZ.
Can't go wrong with Pittsburgh. It does get a little hot though. That's one of the extreme things out there. June, July.
That scenery was really cool though.
It is
like
beautiful.
The cactuses.
It's gorgeous, man.
I don't even know. Do you call those mountains? They're not
they're
even mountains, like rocks.
Yeah, they got some mountains out there. Yeah.
Is that what you'd call it? It's cool. Really cool. John Easton, 412, Crafton. Air quality sucks. Can't take the dog to the dog park.
Dang.
But the Buccos played a game.
I like that. Yeah, I literally was wondering. I was like, how does that work if the air is like this tomorrow?
Some of the players were complaining.
Well, so I have a golf outing tomorrow, right? And I said, well, the Pirates are professional. They're getting paid to go, and they're getting paid a lot.
Koch wore a mask.
Yeah. I'm like, do I just want to pull up to a golf out? It just would be a golf out and be breathing in it. I don't know about that, man. So I'm on the fence a little bit, man. I didn't know if that was...
Whose fault is this? Is this Canada's fault? Like,
yeah,
legitimately?
I don't know if
or
it's
was
their
this like
fault.
a natural thing that happened?
I haven't followed
And
it to that
it could have
extent.
been anywhere, but just so happened to be in Canada.
I haven't followed it. I thought it was kind of like the California stuff. Like...
Just fires.
Yeah, it just randomly happened, and then everybody's kind of deal with it. I don't know, though.
I don't know enough about it either.
But that definitely has me, like, kind of back and forth with tomorrow, because I'm like, I don't want to be outside from 9 to, you know how the mountains are. You all that name 9 to 3, 9 to 4.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's a long time to be out there. If it's looking like that, man, I got to take care of myself, Deke. So I'm trying to be here for the long haul. I want to see the back end.
I get you. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more outings.
Yeah, man. I play your golf out next year. You know what I mean?
Either way, if this smog does go away, like I said, Pittsburgh, get used to it because it's coming right back once September comes. Victory packs in the air everywhere.
Let's go.
Every neighborhood, every house in the city.
Anybody could get it. Everybody go and get it.
We all need to light them up same time.
I like it, man. I like it.
AC, the 254, Killeen, Texas.
Killeen. Shout out to Killeen, Texas. Hold on. Who'd you just say?
Mm-hmm. AC.
That's somebody different from Killeen, Texas. Usually it's Leah Warren from Killeen, Texas. Shout out to
AC's been around, though.
Yes. I was
he's got the star.
AC super hip. I'm familiar with AC. I just didn't know AC was Killeen, Texas as well. Salute you, though. I like that.
Tito Whitaker, 817, Fort Worth, Texas, Funky Town.
Hey.
How about this little thing from Don Copeland? He's been dropping some good comments today. He says, I'm about to go smoke in this air. You'll live, guys. He's doing a little, could this be a crazy hybrid formula he's trying to find out about?
You started, all right? I can't try this until about 6:35ish, 6:40. All right,
that smog hybrid.
You try and let me know what that's like before. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you could let me know before the show end, man, I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling a little froggy today. Why not? Have a little, see if it's good for the environment. I might try to fight the smog with some good.
And that's different from the outing too. You only got to be out there for how long?
Right,
a few minutes.
Right. And I just think that my plants, they've worked wonders in my life, so maybe it's gonna work wonders for the environment as well, bro. Bring it back to where it came. Put one in there.
Try to cancel it out.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna fight the smog with some good. Yeah.
How about this one? Nick Bittner, shout out in the 401. I'm still smoking on that Buccaneers pack, Deke.
Ooh.
That Buccaneers pack was different.
Yikes. All right.
I threw that one in the middle of the street.
You got to be careful with that one, man.
I was shitting on Tom Brady.
He put a little extra on that one, man. Jeez.
Buccaneers pack.
The Bucks pack. I almost got it was Bucks, not Bills.
Well, David Soto says he's starting with the Bills.
Oh, my God. See, I knew it was going to be somebody. That pack is stale. You don't need that no more, man. All right, you don't. That's
we're going off 2021 week 1.
That's a long.
I remember
that pack is a
Ben's
long
last game
time
against the Bills.
old. That's a long. Yeah, you don't want that pack anymore. All right, dispose of that pack if you have anything remaining. You don't want to do that, man. That's bad for your long-term health. All right, if that pack is still in there, you just
combine it with the smog though.
It's dangerous. It's super dangerous. We'll call it AB. All right, you don't want to combine those two. Just leave that one alone, man. Salute AB too.
I'm jumping all over the place. I don't know how much you mind, but
you good, man?
Someone's asking this question. I don't know if you know the answer or not. Remix. Is it okay to smoke that loud downtown?
Oh, God, you made me nervous.
Or them boys going to be all over you?
No, actually, you're allowed to smoke outside downtown. I forgot what the rule was in terms of because they have bumped up even now, which you're able to like have one if somebody were to stop you.
John Doe says, "Light it up, Remix. It is decriminalized."
Yeah, you're good. You're good. In PA, at least. In PA, I can't attest for everywhere else, but in PA, you're good.
Should we put a disclaimer out?
No, I said in PA. I ain't tripping on anything else now.
We might do it. We're not giving out advice, though. We're not telling you.
You said we might. I'm not gonna be down there just blowing it up like that. Now, if it's at a game, you might, you know what I'm saying, it might be a little different. But you someone just walking downtown, like, yes, it is legal, but people are gonna look at you. All right, this is Pittsburgh. This is not California. They still kind of weird about it. All right, you're still good, but you know what I'm saying, Deke. If you see a cat walking down that thing with that good smell, there, it's gonna be some. What was that? All right, just. But you good, though. You good.
I'll say two more. Soviet Bear, 330 Ken, and Rod Dollars, 330 Youngstown, Ohio.
Shout out Sharon in the house, man. I like that, man. I like that. All right, so look, man, it's 4:37. We got some supers that's pulled up on us. Presley just texted me, said he's good to go at 5.
Okay.
So, you know, let's let the supers be our guide.
I like that.
You know what I mean? And then from there, man, we'll have a little convo with old Press. Yeah.
Tito Whitaker, what is up, Steeler Nation? Good vibes.
Man, super good vibes, man. Salute you as well, man. Glad to have you in the building today.
Brent Fox, celebrating my birthday tomorrow. Moats, only to help your NFL brethren with issues, could you bless them with the 1-800-GAMBLER?
Ain't that the truth? Lord.
Yeah, you might need to go to some of these symposiums.
Seriously, bro.
Sing it to them.
I'm going to go around and I'm going to just start talking to these folks. Like, listen. Anybody that has a gambling problem, all right, just come here real close, too, because I don't want to speak loud. You know, I don't be getting real loud when I talk about the gambling addiction and stuff like that. But I'm going to let them know if they're in New York, they got a number they can text.
Right.
But for everyone else, y'all know. All right? Y'all know what time it is. But salute you, man. And happy early birthday, man. How old are you turning anyways, man? Hope you know, live it up to the fullest, man. Black and gold to your soul, baby. All right? One time for the culture. Also, I think we did have a super that came in before the show started. So okay. I'm doing a tapping with him. Now Steeler Mutt 77. He says, welcome Big Press. Kick some booty this season. And here we go. So, salute you. Now, Steeler Mutt 77? Absolutely.
King Cole, have you guys reacted to the Maulers reaching the championship? Oh, my.
Well, no. What was the cat?
Cava Tizzino?
I am not. Well, because he's the better. He actually was the more productive one. When remember when me and TJ was here joking about Ruben
what was
Foster
the name
he
said?
So he named a different cat. The cat that he named, he played with, but I think that guy actually won. Like their depot. Like
it wasn't TJ
like
just blowing smoke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I would have to go back and like really watch it even more to make like a hard stance on that. But was it Tizzino? I think he said his last name. He was like super productive. He was a good player, but.
So they're keeping the Pittsburgh tradition alive here by having a good linebacking core.
Yes, because him and Ruben, they good core. Absolutely. But he actually was the more productive of the two, though. That's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't really had a reaction to the Maulers reaching the championship because, honestly, if anything, I disowned them whenever I heard they were back in the USFL. I was like, they're a fake Pittsburgh football team. So whenever I saw they made the championship on a commercial, I was like, all right, you know what? This is good for Pittsburgh. I'll actually probably watch it. I'm rooting for them.
They'll probably be
I'll probably bet on them,
They'll
actually.
be playing in the city probably next season around that time. But I say they already advertised. They've been advertising every time I go anywhere around. Like you see all the billboards, Maulers. I'm like, all right. I'm not going to like remember to watch it on TV because you put this up there. But I'm sure in like a year when y'all actually playing somewhere local, like that's going to have a little bit more buzz to it.
I think it's one of those things. So they're Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Maulers. It's like, it's cool if I shit on them from here and everything, but, you know, I don't want to hear people from outside of Pittsburgh shitting on them.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
What type of logic is that?
So it's like family, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, now they reached the championship. You know what? I'm going to tune in. I'm going to tune in. I'm going to watch the Pittsburgh Maulers here.
Jeez.
When is it? July 1st?
Yeah.
How's our QB?
Yeah.
So you got the it factor?
Hey, this is USFL. We don't talk quarterback side. We talk.
Aren't they like 5 and 8?
We talk everywhere else but the quarterback position and O line. We don't talk neither one of those spots. All right, everything else is just
Don't they have a losing record?
Most of them do. Yes, we told you, man. In the XFL,
I'm betting on them to win.
in XFL, they going team that won that. I'm like, bro, y'all were like 3 and something at one time, bro. Yeah, got in, and it's just like, I get it.
It's good for the city. Pittsburgh, let's win.
It's good opportunities for the guys, more importantly, man. So
Yeah.
salute them dudes, though, man. Salute them. And King Cool, that was your first Super as well, man. So salute you for that,
That's
man.
the first. What day is that? Is that Sunday?
No, Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna tune in. When is it? A night game?
I haven't checked just yet.
Reuben Foster playing?
Should be. But
Not
clearly,
hurt anymore?
but clearly, you got. Well, he was still playing even when he was hurt. It was just saying he was in a knee brace. Though.
Okay.
That's what we're saying.
He didn't look right.
No, it wasn't that he didn't look good. Just had a brace on. It's like, if you're not hurt, why you wearing a brace? Catch my drift? It's like, why you doing that?
Right.
What's going on with it? Nobody wants to wear that. Nobody. Because it restricts your mobility. Oh, linemen don't even want to wear it. You just wear it because of safety. Protecting the knees. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like, yo, why you, what you doing, man? Like, I know you've had some knee injuries. Are you still concerned? That'd have been like if Devin Bush came out last season with a knee brace on. It's like, why? What's going on?
Right.
Yeah.
At least he's still out there.
Yeah, and that's my thing. I was like, he was out there. He was still productive, too. Just the other cat was a little bit better.
He's not dogging it.
Yeah. No, he played well, though. He still played well.
Let's go Pittsburgh Maulers.
Let's get it, man.
Let's win a USFL ship.
Nah, just keep running them up, man. So we'll start.
Do they
out
have
winning
any from the
USFL.
80s?
I don't know. I really don't, actually. But it would be dope if they won that, and then we go ahead and cop us one.
Yeah.
Pens get
City of
one.
Champions.
Pirates get one. What's up, man? Why not now?
I hope the Pirates win. We just got to start small with them. Can we get a winning record?
We're in contention.
Like that's a
enough.
big win.
All right, we're in the conversation enough right now.
We're only a few games
That's
back
what I'm saying.
after
We're
that
in the
Padres
conversation
series.
enough right now, bro. The fact that is still happening, I'm loving it.
I don't know.
All right.
I'm like watching them now. There's something about this team like
They're
that's exciting
all right.
me.
Yes,
The pitching sucks. The relievers kind of suck, but I
They're a
really like
resilient
their
group, though.
lineup.
Yeah, they're a good group. Like, they play well.
They got some really good players on offense. Kutch is playing good too. I
Mhm.
saw like he's
And he said he wasn't even thinking about retiring. He was like, as long as I can keep doing what I'm doing, you know.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
you got some of these Kutch trade rumors popping up that I'm not liking.
But then he deaded it though. Remember?
you know what? I think that was fake. Someone got me.
Oh, I was about to say.
Did you go off my retweet?
No.
of it?
I thought he said something. I never saw a retweet.
I think it
thought he
was
said
fake.
something.
I think
Yeah.
it was fake.
Well, the way though, yeah.
I think they got me. Like I retweeted it. I think it's the same. Like it really blew up across social media. I thought it was him. I think someone. It was like the that one dude that switched. I'm not even gonna say his name.
Yeah.
But he always switches to like fake Sports Center accounts.
Gotcha.
Like it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. But yeah, I guess someone fake being Kutch for a minute.
Because my thing is this though. Outside of the DH that he's doing right now, the big thing that you're missing is just the energy that he brings.
What do you mean? If you trade him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you need him there for the leadership.
That's what I'm saying. It's like just
You
it's the
need him.
energy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's bad. I think he has
Right.
like 280 batting average.
Well, no,
Got like 9 dingers.
His hitting is good. Like that's what he's saying. It's like as long as you're hitting like that, I like it.
He's playing good.
But it's
and-
the energy that comes every time they
Yeah, I
announce.
think-
So it's Andrew McCutcheon. Everybody gets active. It's like
I think
let's go.
I think probably today is one of those. Even
Yeah.
though I didn't get to watch like the last 3 innings,
Yeah.
I think you could just attribute it to Kutch being on the squad.
Yeah, seriously,
Like
bro.
that grittiness.
He
I
has
felt like
this-
as soon
this
as we
energy that
signed
comes
him,
with him.
he was
Yes.
worth like 5 to 10 wins.
Yeah, fair enough. I agree.
And I think
definitely agree.
some people in the Pirates locker room have talked about that. Like there's just there's a different vibe here. Like Kutch believes
He's a
in
big
us.
time dude. Yeah,
It's rubbing off on everyone.
I like it, man.
Positive
I
energy.
like it.
It's just I don't know where that goes during the 9-game losing streaks. It disappears.
It's recharging. That's what it is. It's like a hybrid. You
Maybe.
just got to plug it
yeah,
in.
it's weird. It's
Yeah.
a weird team. Let's go, UW. Colts ain't playing around. They put the 2 players who got caught betting on waivers this morning. Teams ain't playing around with the gambling.
Can't do it, man. Too much money involved in this league, man. And the dude, man, it wasn't even like he was betting like crazy big money. It was like 1,000 here or something like that, man. It's just like, yo, why would you risk a contract, an NFL opportunity for that? Like, but everybody has to, live with their decisions, man.
Yeah. Gabriel Vasquez is joining the upper room.
Shout out to Gabriel. Gabriel or Gabriel?
Gabriel.
Gabriel Vasquez. Gabriel Vasquez. Welcome to
Did I say that wrong?
the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Man, you said it like he was a lady. Like it was Gabrielle
Gabrielle.
Union.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like Gabriel.
I botched that up. AJ Martinez, happy birthday to Brent. Blessings.
Shout out. Shout out.
We also got AJ Martinez saying, leave Deke alone. He cool. Sabotage Big Deke Diggler Investments. Sabotage 7. Sabotage Beastie Boys. The Beastie Boys.
The Beastie
What happened with them?
Boys.
They got to chill and mind their own beeswax.
I don't know. But salute the Beastie Boys, though. I hope they ain't done nothing out of pocket.
I don't know what's going on.
I get nervous. You know how that go.
AJ Martinez, Deke, you're not crazy. I'm crazy, LOL. Send the heat my way. I will call on the wolves to piss on the fire. The program. I'm going to follow Deke Investments.
All right, there it is. There it is. And shout out to AJ Martinez. One time for the coach. Let's get it.
Mike Hood, what up? All out in Cali with wifey. Been tapping in and out. Great show yesterday.
Let's go. Nah, man, we appreciate you, man. And salute to you and wifey. Nothing like some quality time, man. I love that, man. All right. Hopefully y'all don't have any crazy dreams about each other either, man. All right. Yeah, just keep everybody good. Keep everybody happy in these streets, man. Yeah.
A2A style. What's up, guys? Y'all right about the PS5 I just bought. Once I got back to used to playing MK11, it was on for 8 hours straight.
Facts.
I literally got no shoes painted that day, and I still got them skills though.
Facts.
It's MK11.
So Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, I'm with it, bro. Like whenever you haven't
That
played the
muscle
game
memory.
in a minute, yeah,
Just
because
taps back in.
I found myself on that mat, and I'm like, yeah, this is fun. I like this. Then I tapped back into my Call of Duty because I forgot. I was like, you know what? I ain't touched Duty in a couple weeks. Still got it, Deke. I still got it.
Nice.
Still got it.
A2A style. Believe it or not, sleep equals long lifespan. That's a catch-22 right there.
It is, bro. Like, you gotta rest.
You're
you
not
gotta recharge
up as
your
much
battery.
throughout your life.
Yeah.
You're sleeping more, but you could live
But you'll
longer.
live longer, yeah.
Probably
That's
better
what they
quality
say.
of life, too.
Yeah. Well, because, yeah, you're not as stressed. You're not as fatigued. You're not overworking yourself in any way. But it's all about time.
Yeah, you
because-
notice the people that do live to like 100 and stuff. It's either people in like South America or like people in Italy just living this like low stress life,
It's
or
super chill.
people here that are just like smoking cigars on their back porch,
Yeah,
like
they
doing
smoke
things they tell you not to
cigars,
do.
smoke weed and just
But they just don't
vibe.
care.
Yeah. They're like, bro, I have not a care in the world. I'm just trying to be at peace every single day. Yeah.
Because I remember seeing a YouTube video. There's this guy. I think he lived past like 110 or something, and that's what he was doing when they came to interview him.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know. It probably was like 3-4 million views.
Man, I always
It was
thought
like,
about Willie Nelson. I'm like, bro, Willie kick it still.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg. Who knows? Yeah,
Snoop,
he might
yeah.
live to 110.
And they
How
just
old do you
seem
think
so
he is?
chill.
I checked
Who,
this the
Snoop?
other day. Yeah.
Snoopy's like 50 something.
Yeah, I thought he was like 60 or 70. He looks older, I think.
No, he's 50 something, bro. Yeah.
Colton Troy Fu says, Moats, my chick always have the dreams that I'm cheating on her and murdering people behind her back. Meanwhile, I'm getting chased by dinosaurs in my dreams.
Swear, I'm like, yo, I rarely dream. But when I dream, it's never nothing like that. No, I'm definitely getting chased by some. Deke, one of the most like, do you have reoccurring dreams? I've had a dream that's like reoccurred through my life like multiple times. It's never always like,
Yeah,
it
I
doesn't
got
happen
one or
every
two,
day,
maybe.
but I definitely have this dream, Deke. And it always gets me, man. All right. It's these, I'm in this like abandoned house, bro. It's a 2-story house. It looks super, in fact, it reminds me of, I guarantee you, hopefully you've seen this. You remember Casper the Friendly Ghost, the movie?
Oh, man.
You probably never seen the movie. Yeah.
I mean, I probably did when I was a kid. I
So
don't remember.
in that movie, it's like an old school, like big, like 2-story house, but it's like old wood floors, all that cranky stuff. So in my dream, bro, it reoccurs like periodically. I'm in this house. It's me by myself. Can't make this up. It's about 80-year-old butt naked ladies. But here's the caveat.
Gilfs?
They're like zombies though, bro. Like they're all shredded up, ripped up. And in my dream, they're like chasing me through the house. Yeah. And I'm always like having to like have this like Matrix moment where I'm Neo and it's like all just coming at one time. Like, come here, I'm like, no. Yeah, bro. But
you don't have any ammo on you?
I don't. So it's like hand to hand. It's real. And it's like, yeah, bruh. Yeah. But you imagine 80-year-old women, like that's not
if
what you want
Shonda
to
had
see,
that
bro.
dream, would she view that as you potentially doing some extracurriculars?
I would hope not. I've told her this dream multiple times, and she laughs at me every time I tell her about it because I get freaked out by the dream. But they dead serious be chasing me, bro. But they're 80-year-olds. They're like old, ripped up, warded out zombie. But they're not trying to kill me. You catch my drift? It's just like, back up. Yeah. But it always happens. And I don't know why. I've been having this dream since I was probably like 20. Yeah.
What are they trying to do then? They're trying to...
All right. It's PG-13, okay? Whatever they're trying to do, I don't agree with it. And I feel very uncomfortable. And I don't feel safe in this dream. There's not a lot of words being spoken, though, so I can't actually tell what is trying to be said. But you can just feel the energy. The energy is not the energy that you want, Deke.
Anyone ever try to break that dream down for you? You know, like in the Bible, how like people will take their dreams to like dream tellers or whatever, and
I've
they can, like,
heard
kind of
people
like explain
say
them.
that. For me, I've never been like pressed about it enough to actually want to
what's going on.
Let's go see what this dream means, since I've had it multiple times. I don't know, bro. But every time it happens, I wake up like heart racing. I'm in a freaking sweat. I'm just like, bruh, and I'm like dead tired. Like I've been rumbling for like hours, bruh. Yeah, it's been times that I woke up and wifey's like, man, I thought you was about to beat me up the way you was swinging in your dream. It's like, yo, I don't know. Just don't touch me. Just don't touch me. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. But it's like that, though, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, man. That's one of my dreams that pops up periodically for me, bro. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Just out here living, bro. Just out here living. So, other than that, though, life is good, man. You ain't got no crazy dream like that, do you?
Well, you asked about recurring dream. I couldn't even probably explain the one.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even had it in a while. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like it's weird. It's like trippy. It's almost like this like Egyptian like palace type of thing. I go in. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
little Nubian princess for you. Okay.
Go into like the lower, like the main concourse. Really nice. Really, from what I remember, like I haven't had this dream in a while, but I've had it multiple times where I actually remember writing about it in high school. It was like a psychology class, write about like a recurring dream. Yeah. That might have been around the last time I had it. And then you go down and it's like hellish almost. the downstairs. It's like this. Yeah, like that's it. That's all I remember. It's just nothing really happened. It's just like you're just walking.
You're just in it, random.
You're just like vibing.
Does it feel like a happy place to you?
I don't think I had your emotions with it. No, gotcha. Yeah, I'm not waking up like stressed or anything.
Because I definitely I don't know like the deets, but I definitely could just feel the energy. I'm like, yo, this is not the place that you need to be right now. This is not the place you want to be right now. Yeah. Yeah,
it's like it's like furnacey. It's like fiery on the sides, like lavish. I don't have good like
boy, it sounds like you describing someone else, man. Lava and fire on the side, boy.
I don't know what's going on in this Egyptian palace. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Stop messing.
I don't know. That's why I said it's like hellish. Yeah. It's like the basement or like the under thing to it. Yeah, it's the secret underground.
No, that's funny, bro.
Yeah, it was like interesting.
Dreams, bro.
But I was just like I said, I don't think there was any like big concern whenever I woke up.
Yeah.
I think the beginning of it's always cool though.
Leah Warren definitely
Egyptian
said that's where you
like
at.
A vibe.
Leah Warren definitely said you in Hades, bro. She's like, I don't know what you talk about, D. That's where you're at, bro.
Yeah.
So if that's where you
so take the ish off the hellish.
Yeah. You're just there, and I'm apparently like, I don't know. Maybe mine's like a purgatory. You know what I mean? Like if they catch me, then I'm gonna join you. But if I win the fight, then I'm gonna go somewhere else. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But it's pretty crazy, bro.
Yeah, the scenery is really nice though. Like on the main deck of this. Like,
the scenery looks good.
It's cool.
Until you get hit, it's like hot. It's like, yo, why the lava over there with that boy? Is that fire?
Man, I wish I had that paper like, describing it. I wish I had that. It might be a little bit better descriptive because I wrote it like 10, 15 years ago.
So Philip Hopkins just gave me some info. I don't know if this is accurate or not, but I'm just going to read it because we're killing some time before press call in like 4 minutes. He says, dreams about zombie women equal bad habits that won't die, according to Google. I was like, I don't know what man having this. I'm scared of it. Oh, I don't know, bro.
I wonder where they get that.
I don't know. Hold on, you called a little early. I like this. Let me answer the question.
Oh, for real? All right.
Hello. Yo,
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm well, man.
please join me in welcoming to the podcast Steelers Punter, number 6, Pressley Harvin III.
My dog. Appreciate you getting back.
Enjoy.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are joined by the starting punter for the Pittsburgh Steelers, 2021 7th round draft pick out of Georgia Tech, but more importantly, Deke, as we've talked about, if you play punter for the Pittsburgh Steelers, one of the prerequisites, it seems, is you got to be a Ray Guy Award winner, and he's definitely that as well. So, spinning the block, joining us again for the second time in his career, man, Pressley Harvin.
Yo, what's good, man?
Man, what's the word, bro? How have you been, man?
Been good, man. All is well, man. Just real slow since we don't got no games going on right now, bro. But all has been well though, man. Just got out of this mini camp not too long ago.
Yeah.
Off season is looking good for us, man. Just excited to get back to work in Latrobe later next month.
Man,
just waiting on it, man. Just keep working.
See, the fact that you said you excited to get to Latrobe, whoo, boy, you a real one right there. I don't envy you. I don't.
Look, man, I'll tell you.
Is it different for special
That's
teams
what
then?
they say. You said I'm excited to get to Latrobe. I'm like, Lord, why you?
I mean,
this is a family-friendly show, Presley. This is family-friendly. Don't come up here talking all that. Hey, man, this is craziness, man.
I mean, man, Latrobe isn't that bad, man. Like it's I mean, yeah, it's a smaller college, and yeah, we are away from home, but I mean, you don't get nowhere else where you can really still get a chance to, be around guys that you don't know, be around guys you do know, get to know more people, and also you got the fan base out there. It's, when it's game day, it's good and all because it's during the season, but we don't really get that, one-on-one time with fans as much. So, just being able to be in an environment where it's just all on one accord and, just all working together, just trying to get ready for the season. That's honestly the most exciting part. Now, yeah, I'm not excited to be away from home. I got 2 dogs in the house, but, sometimes you got to give sacrifices up to, be able to hold that trophy up at the end of the year. So hopefully this one is going to be the year for that.
I like the way you're talking. Tell me if I'm off on this. I don't know if I heard this before, but do the special teams players like golf during training camp? That's why it's not as bad? Am I off on that?
Oh, man. I'm gonna have to plead the fifth on that one.
Okay.
That's crazy.
I see why he's excited for training
That is
camp.
crazy. He said,
All right,
I'm finna go play me on. What was little Arnold Palmer
Most for the
course over
linebackers
there?
golfing at all?
All I'm gonna say is
No,
the LB
look,
didn't have
there
more
is-
time on the schedule.
There is a good bit of time to where we have a lot of free time on our hands. As specialists, we don't kick every single day, but outside of practice and stuff, when we get our work in and we're done for the day, if it's still early, we'll try to get out somewhere or try to play on the day we got off or something like that. So, we plan on going up there like a day or two early. We're trying to see if we can get a tee time somewhere out there because it is some really nice courses.
No, facts.
And I played that on apartment course here last year. And it was really nice. But I'm a lot better this year at golf than I was last year, so it should be more fun. Just broke 100 for the first time last week on Monday.
Let's
so,
go.
Hey, I'm getting there, man. I'm excited. I just know every day ain't gonna be my day when I get out there.
Ain't that the truth, man? Hey, you just try to be a little bit better the next day than you were the previous day. That's how I look at it on that golf course, man.
Yeah. Hey, you only get better the more you come back.
Big facts, man. So shoot, man, with it being, the off season for you guys right now, man, have you done anything in terms of like traveling or anything exciting for yourself personally?
Yeah, man. Me and my girl, this was probably about 2 months ago now. We went to Frankfurt, Germany. She used to live there, actually.
Big time.
She actually,
I see you.
Yeah,
Let's go.
She actually went to high school there. Her dad is like pretty well known into the automotive industry and he had a job over there. And she wound up graduating from high school in Germany and then coming to Georgia Tech where we met.
Nice.
So, it was a chance to, go to Europe for the first time for me because that's the first time I've been over there. But at the same time, see a little bit of her history, and where her family and all, but she really kind of gotten herself to where she is today because of school and stuff like that. So, it was a good time. We did that for a couple of days. Then we went over to Paris. We took a train ride. I think it was like 3.5 hours to Paris. We were there for 5-6 days. Man, I ain't walked that much in my life ever. Bro, that city is.
They say it's all you do is walk. That's what they say. Yeah.
All you got to do is walk. Like, public transportation is good and the subways were good. But bus system, Ubers and all, man, no. The traffic was absurd. I think we walked 65 miles or like watched tractor.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, in like 5 days, 5-6 days there. So. Yeah. I mean, we just got up every morning, just walked to some random spots, saw a whole bunch of different stuff around the city. It was a real good time though, man. We was there when it was 70, 75 every day, so it was still really nice weather too. Yeah, because I know it's hot right now over there. So, we got our time in earlier. Did a couple of wedding trips here and there during off season. Just got back from Kenny's wedding last weekend.
Shout out to KPA. Let's go.
Yeah, shout out to KP, man. That's my dog. He get out there on that field. He do the same thing that I try to do, man. Just trying to win a game. So,
big facts.
Just being able to, be around guys and being around Kenny and Amy and his new wife and, we got a good friendship with them from me and my girl too. And, that's just another relationship I love to build because ain't nobody else to be best friends then with the quarterback,
Ain't that the truth, man?
Because we're all in the game on the same time.
It's true, man. Absolutely, man.
Yeah, that's something that we harp on. And, we just want to be around the guys, be vocal in the locker room and, just be able to do stuff like that and see stuff like that too. That's the best day of their lives. Yeah. And, being able to be there firsthand to see that, it was a huge honor. But it was also just a fun time, man. Real good time.
I like that right there, man. And that is, man, when you talk about that Steelers family, man, that is what you get with that, Just being around 100%. Dudes, man, you start to build them off the field relationships, man, where it's like, yo, we're no longer just teammates and co-workers. Like, yo, you my brother.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's real, man. That's real.
Yep.
Now, you just finished up your 3rd season of going through OTAs and stuff like that now, man, getting ready to start into it, you know what I mean? So you ain't young anymore, man. You've been doing this thing. So how was this go around for you, man, at OTAs? And what's your confidence level like getting ready for this upcoming season?
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, I'm trying to always try to put myself forward in the best ways. And, I changed my work ethic a little bit this off season with, how does the punting training go? Going into my 3rd year now, I do realize I don't have to kick as much. So,
which
just trying to do
yes.
Yeah, like try to kick in the off season just like it is the regular season a little bit more of, getting in the regular 17-week flow of just, kicking 2-3 times a week. And just, I've always been big on being with my long snapper. So me and Christian are in the facilities just about every other day, every day still. I mean, I'm in Pittsburgh right now. I could have did it live in the office, but didn't know where I was
going to be. We have those capabilities now.
We're expanding. We're growing. All right. Eventually, we're gonna get to the point where you'll be in studio. All right. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. Yeah.
At some point, man. At some point, I can't wait to see it. Definitely can't wait to see it. I hope I'm one of the first ones on there.
Hey, absolutely, man. Absolutely. You definitely gonna have an invite. 100%, man.
Yeah, facts. But it's been pretty good though. This offseason has been well. We got a lot of new guys in special teams this year too.
Yeah.
So getting to be able to see those guys, especially in the OTA setting and stuff, is more, a little bit more laid back to where everybody can kind of be more vocal and help on the field instead of worrying about, game time or game reps or, game planning and stuff like that. So, it's that time of the year where it's kind of like an in-between thing. You're ready to get to it, but at the same time, you feel like your work's not fully done yet before you get to camp. So, still definitely on the grind. But, I've definitely found strides in myself. I've definitely got my confidence up, especially now from 2 years ago, especially too, man. Like that rookie year it's real stressful. And,
it's that first
mine had a lot of
year,
outside stuff. Yeah, it is. Mine had a lot of outside stuff, but, looking back on all of that now, I wouldn't have wanted to change anything about it. I told myself I'm going to get exactly what I need to out of whatever happens to me. And that's definitely what I've gotten. My motivation is there always, but the discipline always has to take over because, some people sometimes don't realize, but, as an athlete in the NFL, like it's kind of year round.
No, it is. It definitely is, man.
And sometimes, like I'm trying to tell my girlfriend, I'm like, girl, look, I love you to death, but I can't keep going to all these workout classes with you because it's just not the same. I'm like, bro, she's taking me to the like boxing classes and stuff.
Nah.
I've never really done that before.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? Let me just get some extra cardio in, and I started going more and more. I felt better the more I was going, but I'm like, man, like it's not the same type of workload. So
yeah.
And I try to tell her too, I'm like, hey, you work out for fun, but I work out as a job.
Yeah.
And I try not to make it seem like that. And that's why I try to break it up a little bit and, do other type of workouts and stuff that you work on muscles and stuff that you aren't using as much.
Mm-hmm.
So, just trying to break the norm up a little bit, trying to do different stuff. Definitely been playing a lot more golf than I was last year too. And, just trying to cherish.
That's also still good. I mean, that's still good for you, man. So that's not wrong.
Yeah,
with that.
I mean, it's
absolutely
the terminology and everything about golf and punting or kicking in general is just very, very similar. So it kind of keeps me sane and keeps me whole of, I already kind of know what I'm doing wrong as soon as I hit that ball with the club. It's the same way kind of like when it comes off my foot.
Yeah.
So,
hit it off the toe or something.
Yeah. It's all the same thing. Hit inside on it, you hit outside of it. The ball basically does the same thing coming off the foot as well. So, it's something that I definitely use for a mental side more than just a pleasure side out of golf, because it does make me, think pretty critical of what I need to do before a shot and, how am I going to be able to hit it and stuff like that. Basically same stuff that you would see on a football field with a punt. And, just being able to find something that also keeps you in that like mental block zone of like just getting after it and just being mentally focused, just doing small stuff like that. I've been trying to, get myself more mentally prepared than physically, because I know the physical attribute will take care of itself as long as you put the work in. But that mental side, going into year 3, it's always a big year for people. And that's where you really see big leaps in careers.
No, facts.
I mean, all of that boils down to just how much can you focus on it and what are you willing to do? That's all Coach T says. It's not about all of the talents all of us got, because we wouldn't be in the building if we didn't have that. It's about what you're willing to do to win a game. What are you willing to do for your brother? Stuff like that. So I'm more focused on what are you willing to do with what I already do in the game of football, and just, trying to find ways I can just make myself better with that. And, we'll be a better team on special teams for sure for that too.
No, big facts, man. And boy, when you said it's not what you're capable of, but what you're willing to do, I started having flashbacks. I said, boy, that's Coach T. God, dog, that is Coach T, man. I mean, look, man, like I'm into my 3rd year now and saying the same terminology stuff that you said. It's stuff that occurred when you were playing. He's still the same person. Like, I try to tell people that all the time. Like you know exactly what you're getting with Coach T. No, 100%, man.
He wants you to feel that.
Yeah.
I think that presence also, he wants us to be the same way. He wants us to show them exactly what they're going to get week in and week out. What can you do routinely? He literally just says routine players make plays routinely. That's all it is. You just do that, man. You make a life out of this thing for as long as you want.
Yeah, just do this part every single time consistently, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. And that consistency is still trying to get there, man. But I'm extremely excited for this year. 3rd one, you get into that 3rd year, I can kind of get a flashback to college, and I'm like, I kind of remember going into my junior year and trying to tell myself, I'm like, all right, it's got to start being that push for myself. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly where I'm at. And all I got to do now is just really put my head down and just narrow down on what really matters. And, try to just get back into that same reflection of myself 4 years ago, trying to be into that now. And, just put my best foot forward, man. Just doing it not for myself, man. Just doing it for the team, doing it for the organization, the fans, everybody that's out there that's under that Steelers umbrella. That's all I care about.
Let's go.
Now going back, because I think the last time we had you on, it was like the 1st or 2nd week in your rookie year. Could you talk about that transition? Because now you got perspective. You've been in the league a few years. That transition from college to NFL. Like, am I missing anything here? Like, is anything actually changing for you as a punter? Because it's just the ball and then I guess the hash marks, right?
Yeah.
Is
there anything we're missing?
Are different. So, I mean, the field of play has changed just a little bit. But the biggest thing is really like the mental side of it. Like you said, it's the same thing. And, if you can punt a football, you can be capable enough. It's just how focused can you be to be able to do it on the highest level instead of the amateur level. And that's like the one thing that I've learned over time. You know, when you're an amateur and you're trying to be professional and go to that next leap, you know, you try to do something until you get it right every single time. But when you're in the NFL, especially as a specialist, I think that changes from trying to do it right every single time to try to do it consistently until you can't get it wrong at all. Mm-hmm. And like, it sounds the same, but
it's different.
It's actually, you know, it's a little bit different because, you know, I go out and I can hit 500 punts in a week and when I'm in high school and college, but in an NFL sense, for a workload sense, I know I can't do that. So I know my reps are going to be more minimal. And at the same time, I also have to get better work in. So, you know, by doing that, you have to get your consistency up. And, you know, that's like the one thing that I've been really trying to focus on is, you know, how can I do this to where it's consistent every time? And, you know, if I have one rep where it's a little skewed or, you know, something's off a little bit, it's always about like that next rep. That's what Coach T tells us all the time. I mean, people don't understand it. Like, it's not an easy job already by itself, but also when you're in a practice sense, usually the special teams period is when everybody, you know, is chilling and stuff. Yeah, it ain't the same. Honestly, I feel like the special teams periods are some of the most intense periods of the practice because of like what it is. Like we harp on starting fast. That starts with special teams during the game. We start with coming out of the half fast. Like we strategically put special teams periods in certain parts of the period, in certain parts of practice for a reason. And Coach T is literally standing maybe a half a yard to a yard away from me every rep. And yeah, I mean, he's going back and forth and making it competitive. And, you know, we have another punter in the building, Braden Mann, which is a good friend of mine. And me and him have been going neck and neck with punting and competition and stuff since high school. And this goes back to like
both of y'all Ray Guy Award winners, right? If I remember correctly, yeah.
Yeah, and we brought in a bunch of Ray Guy Award winners for tryouts, right?
Man, yeah,
that's like 3 or 4 at a time.
Man.
Man, we done brought too many trophies in. They started getting discredited up here.
He said, hold on. What year is that from? That don't count, man. I ain't trying to hear that, man.
Man, hey, it's an accomplishment. But in Coach T's eyes, man, he always finds something to kind of get under our skin. And he always brings up those trophies. And he's like, all right, which one's going to be more viable today?
Which one's going to be shiny?
But man, it's competition. And, you know, that's what our business is. You know, it's in a special teams period. You know, I try not to view it as competition, but you know, that is exactly what it boils down to. And you know, we don't really get competition like that during the year. You know, usually when you get in the year, if all of us are healthy, it's just us three. You don't have any other punter, kicker, or snapper in the building, so you know, you kind of feel a little bit different. And you can, you know you're the guy, but you also don't get that same competitive edge that everybody else gets in a practice setting.
I literally was going to ask you about that, bro, because I'm like, you have legit 1v1 right now, whereas for us on defense, we never get the 1v1, but it's like year long, you always have somebody that you bumping with. You got someone that you competing against, but like you said, for you go from you and Braden, y'all are at it right now. But
it's like golf. I like that comparison to golf because it is down to only you though, because like you competing with other linebackers, you're going up against like linemen, running backs, and whatnot. Yeah. It's just literally Pressley Harvin.
If he messes up,
that's how golf is.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, like punting is an individual position for sure. Yeah. Like it's a lot different than any other position on the field. I mean, kicking is also the same way. And I also think the same thing as a long snapper because
no, it is.
I mean,
it definitely
you
is.
Go back to that first.
We laugh about
first
it.
Game last year when we were in Cincy. I mean, you take the snapper wound up tearing his bicep or something like that in the game. The whole perspective of the rest of that game changed
everything,
and came up to the last regular time period play for a blocked field goal to send it to overtime. And that's, you know, stuff like that happens so fast. Yeah. But at the same time, you just got to go back and like think like I am the only guy at this point in time. So it really is me versus me. So it's like, you know, I have to keep myself accountable and just, you know, stay on top of myself and just be on my P's and Q's, because sometimes when it is just you don't see the sense of, you know, okay, maybe I need to fix this up a little bit or something like that. You don't see it as fast sometimes. But, Braden is a damn good dude, man. Like, I've been going against him since, like, 2014 or 2015 in high school. And I never got the actual opportunity to actually, get to meet him, spend time with him and stuff like that and be friends outside of just competition.
Yeah.
And, me and him, we've grown our relationship more because of, him being here. But, I told myself I can't have hard feelings about stuff like that because it's not something that, I don't view as, I'm not welcome here. I don't want to be, the guy here or anything like that anymore. Like that stuff is, that's clutter. That's all that stuff is. Like I told myself, like if I wanted somebody to be competition for me, I honestly wouldn't pick anybody better than him because he's a guy that I've always been around and I've always been competing against. I mean, I competed against him before camp last year when we were in Tennessee at a camp. Both of us plan to go back to that too. But, I told myself, man, my whole career, all it is based on competition and stuff like that. But it is 1v1. It is you and you own it.
Oh, yeah. I like that, though.
You
bro.
don't have,
I like that.
Yeah. And that's just the mentality I'm always tried to have for myself. And I've been trying to just continue to just get that there and just develop it more and more. Like, it's mano y mano. I'm all I got. I'm the only one that on the team right now on a 53-man roster that knows how to punt a football well enough to win a game.
Big facts.
So, I have to have that same mentality for myself, when you're in a competitive sense too. Because sometimes with kicking and with punting, what people don't understand is the harder you try, the worse that ball's most likely going to be. So like it's
just like golf.
Jeez.
It's golf. Yeah, it's very similar. Like, you try to get behind a shot too much in a golf swing, and the next thing you know, you slice the hell out the ball. A punt's going to do the same thing.
Okay.
You got to be in the groove.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's and that's why I try to like explain this sometimes to people because it's more than just kicking the ball. Like you really got to have yourself mentally prepared enough to when you're in an NFL game, your anxiety and all of that's going to be through the roof. Number one, you're going to be anxious. I mean, it's a football game. You got 60,000+ people looking at you. Yeah. But at the same time, I can't be an amped up linebacker ready to go blitz a gap and kill somebody in that gap. Like I can't. Energized.
Snap.
I can't have that same
however many plays before you can come back. Yeah.
Like we literally work on like when I was in high school for a little quick throwback, right? So I still had the same kicking coach, but when I was in high school and I was transitioning over when I was going to Georgia Tech, we did small stuff like running onto the field from the sideline while training, like small stuff like that gets you in that zone of like, all right, look, I'm in the game. I know I got people watching and all of that, but you got to have the mental capacity to be able to concentrate and focus on just punting, and you can't have your heart rate too high. So like we would literally like do maybe a small like jog or something like that. He'd make you jog onto the field, get ready for a punt. But your heart rate's elevated, so you have to get yourself back down to be able to, get back into that right comfortable power zone.
So you relax and loose,
yeah. Like I try to say that smooth is fast, but fast isn't smooth, and that's like the terminology I like using with my feet and like my footwork stuff like that, because you're off a little bit, your foot's you're a half a step longer than your regular stride is when you're about to punt. That punt's not gonna fly the same. So it's very, very critical of like being able to stay in the game, but also get my heart rate to a certain point to where it's not too elevated to where I'm trying too hard, and the next thing you know, it's not there. So it's just small stuff like that. You really just try to hone in on the off season, man, and just let that off season work show when the season gets here.
Dude, I like that, though. And shout out to the detail as well, man. I was over here thinking to myself, I know they always talk about that drop. You got to have your drop right because that's a big part in terms of just, making sure the placement's the same, the lace is the same every single time. But hearing even the little part of, man, I got to make sure my heart's not too elevated when I get out there because that's going to make me take half a step more than what I'm accustomed to doing. And that's the difference. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that critical, man. And that's why, for us, it is more of a mental side than it is physical. Because I've been punting since I don't even remember. I think I was in 6th or 7th grade when I started punting.
So that's always been like your main thing. Like you never had.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Shout out.
So, well, I played other positions. 7th grade, I played center. When I was in middle school, it was my first year playing middle school
Okay.
ball.
What's your pancake
Nobody.
game like, man? Was you pancaking people or not, man?
Oh, 100%. Come on
Okay,
now.
okay,
Like,
okay.
I can pull the tape up. I can find it.
There it is. There it is. Shout out to us high school offensive lineman. It's all, I was a tackle, bro. We ain't tripping, bro. We ain't tripping at all, man. Pancake game on 1,000.
Oh, for sure, man. So, I got a love for lineman, bro, because that was my first position when I played football. I was over 150 pounds as a kid. They're like, yeah, your big behind can't be running the ball.
Let's go.
You got to play the line. So I started in the trenches. So that's why I'm like, hey, I got a love for the offensive line. I love when they get down and get dirty. Yeah, man, I love all of that. But, over time, I just told myself, I'm like, look, if I got a shot to go to the league, I know I ain't gonna be more than 6 foot tall. So I know for a fact I wasn't going as a tight end when I got to high school. They transitioned me over to that 8th grade and then got the freshman year, played a little bit of tight end on B team and JV, I'm sorry. But I got moved up for punting as soon as the offseason started when I got there as a freshman to varsity as the second string guy.
Okay.
So and that was the last year I actually didn't start as a punter. And that was the year that I really told myself, like, hey, he's graduating next year. If I really want to do this, it's going to be now. But I'm going to have to, figure out how I'm going to do that and all. Started getting training for it, man. And, I never really looked back ever since that point. I just fell in love with it because it was so different and it is unique because, you got teams out there, you see high school and college ball all the time. Special teams will literally kill that game for them.
Bro,
Their
you
offense
will get up out of a stadium behind special teams. Absolutely.
You will literally run somebody out of a stadium in the NFL like that now too. You get one block punt during a game, most likely you win that game now.
Yeah.
So special teams has always been something that like I felt was always slept on a little bit because when I was growing up, coaches always focused on your primary position but never a secondary position. So, when I was doing tight end and I was like, look, I don't think it's going to go that far. And I had to have that conversation with my parents. And we all had the same decision about, just going and trying to get training for it until we can go with that. Best decision of my life. I don't think I would have done that any differently in the timing too of, when did I start punting and stuff either because, I'm a bigger guy and that's not something that's easy on my body and it's not easier to do, especially when you didn't have, I don't come from a background of soccer either. So,
okay. Yeah, that is different because a lot of them do have that.
Yeah. Like a lot of specialists are former soccer players and usually in high school, that's when they make the chance or the decision to, figure out if they're going to do football or soccer. So I didn't have that. So knowing that, I also had to, I had a clean slate to start off on and, it made it work and, I'm here today because of that. But, looking back at it, man, like I know I've been doing this for a while. So that's the confidence that I have to continue to have for myself. I've done this at a high level on a collegiate level before. And I just tell myself, if I can just continue to just get better every year, I know I don't play the numbers game either. Like, I know people might be mad about that because I don't want to average a certain point or whatever. Like, yeah, everybody wants to have a certain average, but I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about our net average because
41.1 is varsity. Let's go.
Hey,
you varsity. You know what time it is.
Yeah, over 40. Like, we had a 41 or 42 baby. Yard. Facts. Yeah, we had a 41 or 42 yard net last year, and that's. If we get that to 45, that's elite. Like, there's not many teams last year that had that. And you look back at what teams had that and how far they got in the season, then you look at it and you're like, okay, this adds up. So, it's all stuff like that, man. Like, I'm like, how can I just make myself 1% better every day? Because at some point, those 1% add up. And that's, that's been the mental block for me, too, because sometimes, just like the game of golf, you take a step back out there. You might not shoot your normal. You might shoot really trash. But those days are needed because those are like the growth days.
That trash day was better than your trash day a year ago.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
If my trash days are consistently getting better, I'm getting better. Yeah. And that's what that's what I've been seeing more and more and more of. And like, for example, too, like I put it like this too. Like for kicking in golf, it kind of goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand in so many ways. The biggest one that it goes ways for me is, it's that all eyes on you moment. Only you can control what happens next. Control what you can control is like one thing that I've always harped myself on. in my life, especially like when I lost my dad and my grandma my rookie year. I didn't really know how to feel about that stuff. Like I knew they both were sick and all of that. And, you know, a lot of people don't have that opportunity to have those last days. You know, rather they were limited or rather it was more months than you thought it was. You know, when stuff happens to people suddenly, you know, they never get that opportunity. And that was the one thing that I told myself. I was like, look, God blessed me to get that. And my dad and my grandma was able to control every single thing that they did up to that point in a very well manner. I was like, I can do the same thing. Yeah. And I just told myself, I don't have to do all the stress, do all of the worrying and stuff. All I got to do is worry about what I do and control what I can. If I can't control it, there's no reason for me to worry about it. All I have to do is adapt to whatever that happened and just figure out what to do next. And, you know, that's like the mental block that a lot of athletes, especially NFL athletes or any professional athletes, man, it's hard to do that sometimes because it is a lot of stress in this. It is a lot of anxiety. I mean, it's a whole bunch of stuff. Like mental health is something that's really, really talked on. And the biggest thing for my mental health I chose to do was just only worry and control about what I can. First of all, if I can't fix it right now, I'm definitely not going to worry about it. Like it's just kind of like a regular 9-to-5 job. When you get off those hours and you got somebody to text you, you ain't answering that phone until tomorrow. You know that.
Leave them problems alone,
so
man.
why would I do that with my life problems? You know, I'm only going to put my focus and my time and energy into something that I can worry and do right now. You know, that I can fix right now.
Now I love that mindset, man.
I mean, ever since I've done that, I've looked at life a lot differently. I looked at football stuff differently. I mean, I look at my relationship differently now. And it's just, you know, I know I'm not going to always have the answers. I know I'm not going to always be perfect. But as long as I know in the moment where I have the opportunity to do something, if I do it in a positive way, that's all I can control. So there's no reason to get upset about other stuff. You know, all of that stuff, you know, that's clutter. Like I said earlier, that's just all of that stuff is clutter. Because on the football field, we're literally evaluated every single rep we take. But you can literally kill yourself mentally by thinking about stuff like that.
1,000%.
And being really nitpicky and stuff. It's always about the next rep. And that's what Coach C tells me. That's what, you know, that's what I really tried to, you know, harp myself on this offseason of just making more of a mental game than anything, because the mental shows itself, especially when it's like week 12 during the season. And it's like bye week was week 6, and here we are. We got like 14 games straight, and you're like, man, my body's tired, my mind is tired. That's that mental block, and you know that's what I've been trying to get myself to this off season. Before that happened, before that would be able to happen during the season, and just, you know, grow from that, and, you know, fight through that.
No, dude, that's major though. Like I said, the fact that you've already been able to come to peace with that type of mentality to handle all of the clutter, to handle the adversity that comes with being a professional athlete, let alone dealing with the personal adversity of losing a parent and a grandparent. I mean, that's a lot to handle. But when you're able to be like how you are, just hearing you, man, it's like, bro, the growth that you have in your voice, man, like that's dope as heck, man. Most people don't get that until they leave the game, man. And some of these dudes still struggle to find it afterwards. But the fact that you're already there like that, man, that's major, bro. Like, definitely keep that.
Yeah, like I would have loved to learn it a different way than the circumstances that had happened. But I told myself, man, God makes everything happen for a reason. And it's supposed to be that way. You know, losing people like that in your family, especially that close, because it was immediate family, that can make or break a person sometimes. And, you know, I told myself, I'm like, look, I literally put so much time and effort in years of my life to be able to get here. In the first year, 2 of the closest people to me passed away. There was a reason for that. And, you know, I truly feel like, especially for my dad, he definitely hung around a little bit longer just to be able to get up to that game when we played Tennessee.
That was amazing
2 years ago.
Man. That was
I mean, I got complete utmost respect for the Rooney family and the organization for that, because I mean, that was life changing, because if that wouldn't have happened, I don't know if he would have been able to get to a game that year. And that was one of the first games he's seen since my last game in college. And that was a while since then, because right after that game, he started getting sick. We started noticing he was going downhill a lot faster. But, you know, man, I told myself, I'm like, look, I know I'm supposed to be here now because of that. And I know that was going to make me stronger before it was going to hurt me. And I just told myself, look, you got to give yourself time to cope. Like sometimes we like, especially as men, because this is one of the last days of men's mental health month.
Talk about it.
Man, I'm telling you, like, one thing I've learned as a man, it is not a bad thing to be vulnerable. It is not
you better talk
a bad
about
thing
it.
to open up.
Talk
It ain't a bad thing to talk. Man, it's real though, because you know we've always been raised to put on this hard face of being tough, but tough ain't always just looks. You know, tough is crying too.
Yeah,
tough is going through tough times of losing two relatives 2 weeks away from each other. You know that what makes a man tough. That doesn't tear you down the way it's supposed to. But all we got to do is just continue to advocate for things to make people better, man. That's all I try to do. Like, I know I'm here for playing football for the Steelers, but that's definitely not all I want to be known as. Right. So, I've always been trying to get myself in the community. I'm on the social justice board here for the team. And, I got a camp coming up with the American Kidney Fund next month that I'm supposed to be going to. And, just trying to get back to the community and, doing stuff because I know, matter of fact, I got a funny story. So I went to the dentist yesterday to get filling for an old cavity that I had to get redone, right?
All right. I like how you taking care of it now. There it is.
Hey, taking care of it now before I got a toothache.
That might be a reminder for me to go.
Salute you.
I might need to go.
I got on some dark shades walking out. I was right by Pitt's campus, and this lady and her kid was walking by. But I had my head down looking at the phone because I was, texting my girl about out stuff where she was at. And I'm talking about, I barely passed this lady by like 2 seconds. She's like, "Oh, that's the punter for the Steelers. Press, what's up?" I'm like,
let's go.
He blew my whole cover. She blew my whole cover.
You ain't slick. You ain't had nobody with them shades on. We know that's you, Press.
But I kid you not. She was the most respectful lady I've ever heard with it. She was like, I ain't trying to blow you up. It's just me and my son. I just wanted to say hi. I just wishing you the best luck next year. We're trying to get this trophy and stuff back in the city. And it's just like, she never said anything about a punt that I hit that was bad. She ain't talking about the good ones that I had. Yeah. And I felt like I was right in the community at that point. I didn't feel like I was just a football player because she noticed me. I felt like I was, a part of the community because, I had on dark glasses and she definitely knew who I was. And that's not easy to do. But at the same time, I'm like, if I'm getting noticed like that, it's definitely for a good reason because I know it's not just from football. I'm pretty sure I've seen her son before somewhere. And I've done I can't remember what school it is over there, but I did a Boys and Girls Club event like last year when Kenny first got drafted. He was there. It was like the first event he did, and I was there with him. And it was like in the same area, and I'm pretty sure that kid might have been there. And he looked pretty familiar. But I was like, man, being able to know that from that kid and his mom, and that they have the same love for us is the same way that we have for them is something big for me. Because, I don't just try to give them a trophy. I try to get back in the community. We try to make the place a better place for everybody, not even just us. It's, for everybody, man. It's just out of love. So, that was a funny encounter yesterday. But I smiled about it right afterwards because I was like, man, I'm not starstruck because she knew who I was.
Right.
I noticed the kid. And that was the thing for me. And I was like, dang, that might have been him. It might not have, but I had that face still in my head, and I haven't seen that kid over a year. And it's just, the outreach that I'm trying to have with the kids while I'm doing this camp, because that was one thing that my dad really harped on too, was just, giving back to who's next. And that's exactly what I'm doing in this position right now. I think I'm the 5th black punter in NFL history. There's going to be another one after me. I know that for a fact.
Let's go.
But how can I make that easier for him? It's not always just about me. I know I'm not going to have it the easiest. I know whoever was before me didn't have it easiest. But, how can I make it better for everybody here and myself? Is all I care about and all I worry about every single day is just how can I make everybody better around me? I try to put a smile on everybody's face.
No, I like that, man.
Makes me want to be a better person.
I swear, man, I'm over here that's what I'm talking about, Press. We about to wrap that, put that as a motivational, man.
Bad?
Let's go, man.
You know how much energy it takes to lie? You know how much energy it takes to be a bad person?
Come on.
That takes a lot. That shit is tiring.
I love it, man. I love it. Let's go,
man. It's
man.
not hard to be a good person, man. Just spread the positivity.
Let's go, man. No, I love that, man. Now, speaking of positivity, you on the phone right now with two sneakerheads. All right. I have a sneaker.
I don't know if I put me there.
You getting in there? All right. So Deke is sneakerhead and training.
I got my game. It's up a little bit.
He's improved it. All right. Now, Press. I know you a sneakerhead. All right. I know how you gets down, baby. But we gotta talk, man. You know, whenever I see you always check your shoes on. You always got some crazy heat. I know you just copy some new stuff. But if you could, man, what would you say is your favorite pair that you own in your collection, man?
Oh man. I think I don't know what's the favorite one. I'll say it because you got that favorite pair you wear, but you also got that favorite pair from like your childhood. So like I basically got two. The shoes, honestly, the shoes that I wear the most is the Travis Scott lows, the mochas or the fragments, or the Phantoms. The Phantoms are my favorite. I wear those the most, but
they're fire.
They're fire. But the mochas, the original ones, I wear those a lot too. So like those are like honestly always in my rotation. And they're just comfortable, and they're low top shoes. They're comfortable, they're light. I like them. But if it has to be like a childhood best shoe, if I'm being honest, I'm pretty sure it's the Black Toe 14.
Ooh.
And it took me a while to be able to find a pair of those.
Those are clean. Those are clean.
I never forget. Those shoes came out when I was in high school.
Those
they re-released.
Are clean. Yes.
I think it was like 2014 or 15.
Yeah,
or something
14.
I was like, I have to have that tuxedo looking shoe.
Let's go, bro. Let's go. So,
and I
remember when those re-released, man. Those are fire. So I think of when they first came out. My pops, he had the candy canes. Back, I think this was back when I was like a little kid. Like Jordan was actually like wearing them. Yeah, so he had the candy canes. I went with the iodized green. So yeah. But we used to like flip flop the shoes. But I remember when those dropped to 14. The same way you just talked about them. That's how I felt. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get these. These are the ones right here, man.
That's a fact. Now I got a story about those green ones you're talking about.
Oh, talk to me, man. What you got?
So I got a pair from the last release, but I also got a pair. I think it's from like 1997.
The OG ones, yeah.
I got an OG pair. I can't wear them; they're not wearable. But I got the original receipt, original box, the postcard that came with it. I got the whole. I got all of it. And that like doing small stuff like that. I'm like, that shoe's older than me, and it's in the room. Yeah, and it's like that's a part of history. You can't find nothing like that. That's also why I got into shoes, man. Like I always wanted to be a sneakerhead growing up, but I was playing two sports at the time. It was in bands, so I didn't have a job. So when I told myself, when I get the opportunity to do it, I'm gonna do it the right way and get the pair.
Facts.
Every time I walk in the room now, I'm like, I don't even want all of these because I know I'm not gonna wear them. So, anybody with 11 and a half.
I was gonna say, do you wear your actual heat, or you just like only wear certain shoes out the collection?
I wear more exclusive stuff than like more everyday stuff now. I got I got the UNC toes. I got those like 2 weeks ago. I got them unreleased.
Yeah.
And like I got a good relationship with a couple of different places too. Yeah. Like for example, Refresh PGH. I'm gonna shout my boys out.
Okay.
Refresh PGH out there on Penn Avenue. It's the best sneaker store in my opinion in the city. They have a lot of Jordan. They got Dunks, but they also sell a lot of streetwear stuff too. So they have Bape, V-Lone, Supreme, Bear Bricks. They got Cause dolls in there. All type of different stuff you can think of. And that was the place that I went to first when I got here. And, I went in a couple times my rookie year, didn't tell them who I was, only because, I'm new in the city, don't really know people like that. So, it took them like 2 or 3 times to recognize who I was. And I mean, that friendship's been there ever since that. They're literally like my family away from home. That's like my safe haven. If anybody is in there during the season, if we're out of practice and stuff early, whatever, it's an off day, I'm definitely going to be in there most likely. And, I pop in there every now and then, and that's just my family away from family back home. And, that's like my little safe haven. So, shout out to them because they definitely helped me out on that room. I definitely helped out paying some mortgages too, but hey, everybody wins. But
it's a dub across the board, man.
But and it's a mom and pop place. Sean and BJ are the two owners. Both of them Pittsburgh natives, went to the University of Pitt, and Sean's a season ticket holder, and every single time I go in there, he used to start rambling about Steeler football and all of it. He's pure fan, but you know what I'm talking like. Yeah. He's a pure fan, season ticket. I know exactly where his tickets are every game. I look for him every game. So like, he has that mental capacity that he always wants to talk about sports and stuff like that, and that's cool. And that's a place where I feel like I can go. We have conversations about games, who's next in the season, stuff like that. What's going on next year? Who are we looking out to try to, really beat down next year like they beat us down in the season? Small stuff like that. But it started getting, when our relationship started getting way better and more, personal, the football stuff stopped a little bit. And, it doesn't even come up when I first get there anymore. If I'm there for 2 hours, then we might talk about it. And, that's something that I really respected because, he knows that's my job. And I know he's a diehard fan, but at the same time, he takes it out of respect that I don't always want to talk about my job. And, just being able to have people that, you're around enough to know that and, just get you out of that zone of just worrying about ball sometimes, because that can be a lot and tiring. But, I go there all the time, man, and that's just my family there. So, they opened up a shop in Atlanta. Not too long ago, a couple of months ago, I was there for that, for the grand opening of that, because I went to school in Atlanta too. Yeah. So, I put them on a couple of guys on the team and stuff like that, and people that I knew in the city, and just being able to see that outreach, because starting a business is hard. Like, I love shoes, but I also want to learn stuff. So, being able to learn the shoe business, being able to see how that looks starting out from the ground up, because that's exactly what they did. And, just being able to see the journey of other people go on in life and stuff, and what got them to where they are today too. And, share my story with them too. That's all about, that's all this is about. So, that's my people over there. So if y'all ever want some fried kicks, Supreme, I'm talking about anything, they most likely got it in there. So just look them up, go whenever y'all get a chance.
There it is. You heard what he said. Now, I'm going to tap in because I got to see what's up. I got to see what's up.
Whenever you ready, man.
I'm gonna pull up. So I do got a question there. How many shoes you got in your collection, man?
Oh man. Thankfully nobody knows where I live, so I can say this comfortably.
I'm about to say, what's your collection looking like, man? How many you got in there, man? I tell you, I gotta ask.
Oh man. So I'm gonna do the quick math right quick. I used to have the clear boxes, right, in my old spot. But when I moved over to where I am now, I changed over to bookcases. I'm gonna send you a picture of it afterwards. Okay. But each bookcase got 33 shoes on it. I got 7 bookcases in there.
Okay.
So, that's 231 right there.
Yeah. You getting after it. Let's go.
I'm pretty sure I'm close to like 250 though. I got a lot of them I can't put out. A lot of them it's
still adding to the collection though, right?
Yeah, still adding.
There it is.
Still adding. But I got man, a whole bunch of girls off my list, and at one point in time, I'm probably a part of the way with a lot of those shoes. But it's just a journey, and it's something to keep me occupied, and it is history too. Like people look at shoes sometimes as oh man, like you wasted your money on the same pair of shoes.
No, it matters, man.
Different colors.
It's a story with each one, man. It's a personal connection with each one. Absolutely.
Yep. And not even just that, but it's also a stock. Mm-hmm. People don't look at the same, but the way the shoe market go today, the shoe market today, you can get 20 times as much as you paid for a shoe.
Absolutely. You caught something at retail or close to, and then you talk about the resale value on it, triple the price. Absolutely. Easy. Yeah.
And I try to tell myself and tell my mom that when I first got in the league, I'm like, all right, look now, I'm investing. All right, I'm investing in myself. But I told myself, man, my life's on my feet, and something that I always harped on was being able to have nice shoes. And other people might think nice shoes is designer Alexander McQueen's. Yeah. Some people think it's Gucci. Mine's is Jordans. Yeah. So
I'm with you on that.
That's it.
Hey, one of the things I live by, you got to treat yourself, baby. Got to treat yourself. All right, you got to treat yourself.
Yeah, that's a fact. It's got to.
All right, Prez, I got to go back to 2021. The Browns game where we won it Without Boswell in the second half, he got knocked out right before halftime.
Oh god.
Okay. I gotta know what was going on behind the scenes here.
Yes.
Because we didn't kick any field goals or any extra points. How confident were you in yourself that you would have been able to make it? But what do you know of why we didn't? Was it because Ben would have been the holder? We didn't want to risk hitting his hand or something?
No, I would have. I definitely wouldn't have broke any of Ben's fingers, but I don't know where that ball was gonna go.
Okay.
And like, I'll be real.
You're being straight up
for a second. I'll be real for a second.
Like
the biggest thing about that game when that happened, immediately I got told, do not worry about kicking at all.
You did the kickoff though, right?
So
right?
Kickoff was like the only thing I worried about, but like field goals and stuff, I was told I was out right off rip because like that you don't want to make anything bad worse. And I think that was like the biggest reason why we didn't. You know, I was fully. I mean, we definitely had one on like the 2-yard line when Pat had that touchdown.
Yeah, it was on
win the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on the sideline talking to Cam Sutton because I mean, honestly, Cam's a damn good holder too. I was like, look, Cam, we're gonna do this thing if they look at us, all right? Because I can definitely make that. Like I'm not incapable at all. I got a better shot than anybody else, most likely. But you know, I don't have on a professional level either. So I was, you know, my last field goal attempt from that point was my senior year of high school, and that was my only one.
Oh wow!
so you know, I didn't have much muscle memory to go off of that.
Now
but,
wait a minute.
You know, I kicked off.
Hey, Press, I'm sure somebody out here that's saying punting and kicking. You're kicking the ball. It can't be that different, right?
All right.
Just talk about it for him real quick. Can you give him that real quick? Because I know if somebody's listening saying, bro, if you could punt, why can't you kick?
Look. It is not the same thing. If it was the same thing, it would have the same name, and that's what I keep trying to tell people. Like, you can't say, well, you kicking both of the balls. Well, yeah, but the one that is much different than the other.
Inside linebacker versus outside linebacker. They both linebackers,
like
but they
everybody's
are
rules and principles,
different.
fundamentals are different.
Yeah.
So you know, it's different because as a punter, the ball's in my hand. It's never on the ground. If the ball's on the ground, it's not a good time.
Ooh.
So. You know, if the ball never hits the ground when I have a ball in my hand. So, you know, as a kicker, the ball is stationary on the ground. So sometimes also what people don't realize too is with that, you also have room for error. So the margin of error on a punt is way more than the margin of error on a kick, only because it's in the air. It has to fly through the air twice. The kick has to fly through the air once. So like it's all different. You hit the different spot on your foot. You know, your knees and everything are a different way. You know, Boz is leaned off when he's hitting a field goal, but I'm standing straight up and crunched over trying to explode up through a football. So, you know, way different. And sometimes you have kickers that do both kick and punt. Sometimes you got punters that can punt and kick off. Sometimes you got punters that just punt and hold like me. So, you know, sometimes it just depends. And, you know, that was one thing that we got into a situation real fast and, you know, I didn't have much muscle memory to kick on for a kickoff. I haven't hit a kickoff at that point since like high school or a little bit in college. But, you know, I never did it and never got coaching for it because I wasn't good at it. And, you know, that was just one thing. Sometimes as a punter, you know, you don't have that in your bag, but you never also think about the fact that your kicker's not going to be in the game. And in a college sense, you be fine. You got like two, three different kickers that dress.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like the fake call. We should have just taken the 3.
You ain't like the fake.
I didn't like that.
With
the balls in harm's way.
That's why honestly I love the NFL. Like I didn't really grow up watching NFL ball. I watched college. But the one thing I love about the NFL with that 53-man roster, when that run thin,
hey, get real.
There ain't nobody else to call on but what you got.
Seriously.
And that's in any position. So, you know, we put our best foot forward and plan ahead of time before it happens. So, you know, I've been getting my mental reps because I ain't doing no actual kicking off until I got to. But, you know, I definitely did, you know, learn my steps a little bit more. And I'm like, all right, let me figure this out. At least a little bit so I can get the ball down the field instead of kicking it out of bounds like I did the first time. But, hey, the second one was a kick inside the 20.
There it is. Perspective.
Yeah.
Perspective, man.
I got another one here. Is there discussions about who is the GOAT punter amongst like punters, or is that not a big deal?
I really think, I don't know, man, because I haven't had this question before.
Okay. Shout out to Deke. Let's go.
So, I mean, I feel like as specialists in the NFL, like all of us on 32 teams right now, we definitely would say the GOAT is Ray Guy. He's the only guy that's in the Hall of Fame, and he's the most well-known punter that ever played. But I think that really also goes for eras too, or time periods as well.
Yeah, there was one list I looked at. They had Leckler.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was about to say, because I mean, Ray Guy is the only guy in the Hall of Fame, but you got guys that also played in the league for a long time.
Yeah.
Leckler was in the league for a long time. Thomas Morstead's still been in the league for a while.
Shout out my dog Brian Moorman as well, man. He was in the league for a long time too.
He
got some years in that
too.
thing, man.
Yeah. Then you got Sam Cooke that just retired.
You're right.
In Baltimore not too long ago. He was there for like 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I really think it just depends on what type of GOAT you're talking about, because it's the same thing in football and basketball with the greatest player ever. You're gonna have it to where guys played for a long period of time. That doesn't make you the best because you didn't win as much championships and stuff like that. But I'm gonna have to look back at the numbers and get an answer for you who I think it is over like time periods of how long them playing too. But also you put in a perspective. The same thing with like extra points when that got moved back, and how that skewed everybody's numbers and all of that. Put into effect too about kicking. I don't know how long the rules have been for NFL, but now the only two guys that can leave are the gunners. Everybody else has to stay in protection. And I know for a fact that I don't know if that was always like that. Same way the kickoff rule this year is going to be different than last year, and how it was different when you had a 10-yard head start 20 years ago.
The way they adjust these rules at times, I'm like, I get it, but man, as a guy who came in this league in 2010, it looks very, very different, man. Very, very different.
Yeah, it's different, but you're also kind of thankful for it.
Yeah, no, seriously, man.
I wish you had some of these rules in effect too, because bro, that changed lives.
No, I was about to say it's gonna prolong dudes' careers to an extent, man, and just even on the back end when you're done playing, certain things you ain't gonna have to deal with.
I mean, I'm a big old dude at punter, but I'm definitely going to know everything at 45, 50 years old, and that was one thing that I always told myself. I'm like, look, these looks might be a little deceiving, but hey, I made the smart decision. And, that was one thing. I'm like, if I get touched anytime, it's going to be a flag. You get coached not to touch me. So, as long as the punt team in front of me, like everybody knows what they're doing, and we're all on one accord, we've never had that problem.
There
so
it is.
All we're gonna do is eat. So that was an interesting question though about who is the GOAT, because I don't really.
Is it even a discussion?
I don't really know. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like it's not talked about enough. But in my opinion, I think the GOAT for me is Reggie Roby, and I'll tell you why. Because look him up after this. You'll see a guy bigger than me, number one, a little bit taller than me. His name was Reggie Roby. He played back in the early 2000s in the league, and this man could literally put his foot over his head. Like his knee was literally touching his face almost. And he was black.
That's elite level flexibility, man. Jeez.
Elite level flexibility.
Yeah.
And I mean, he has one of the most notorious fake punts I've ever seen. Like, so if you look his name up on YouTube, you'll see him fake a punt with his leg up in the air and just put the ball behind his back, take off running to the left.
That's crazy.
The craziest thing I've ever seen. But like, he's a very, very big dude.
Okay, so one list got him at 7. I'm looking at right now.
Yeah. He was
I'm looking at this picture. His knee is literally like staring right at his eyeballs. Like that's nuts.
Yes, he can see the ash on his kneecap. He looked hard enough. That's how close.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, bro. Like he was a freak of a punter, and like I looked at him like that because when I was growing up, when I was in high school, my high school coach actually gave me the nickname Lil Roby. So he was saying like I was a smaller, like younger version of Reggie Roby, and that always stuck with me because that was the first black punter that I actually was, introduced to.
That's dope, man.
That's my goal because I look like a modern day him, if you're being honest. And that's
you're right.
that's hard to do. I mean, the looks are one thing, but to be here and also be an African American punter just like he was 20 years ago, you know, he paved the way for me. No, if it wasn't for him to go through what he went through, I would be where I am today. So, you know, I feel like him, I can call Marquette my GOAT.
I was about to say, literally, Marquette. Man, when you started talking, I'm like, bro, Marquette King, he was the one. He was swaggy as heck. I remember he dancing out there before he had punted, man. And then he started celebrating after the punts, man. I was like, yo, he on one. I like his guy. I like his game, though, man.
Yeah, man, that's my dog, man. Like, that's my brother. And, you know, he was there for me because, I mean, a lot of people also don't know it, but, you know, I almost lost my mom when I was in high school.
Oh, wow.
She wound up having a weird bleeding on her brain at work one day. And, you know, she was in ICU for, I don't even know how long, man. It's like, it took her. She couldn't walk, talk. She was saying full sentences in her head. 2 or 3 words was coming out. And she really had to relearn all of life over again. And at the same time, I'm 16 years old and my dad's on dialysis, still sick. And it's just me, my dad, and my little brother in the house and my grandma. And, you know, I'd had to grow up at a young age. So, you know, Marquette was there for me throughout that whole time because I was, you know, going through high school, going through these evaluation camps and stuff like that. I was ranked number 1 in the nation at one point in my class. And, you know, he was at the next camp that I was supposed to go to. But we were going to go as a family, but my mom got sick. So, I mean, I had to go to Wisconsin to this camp by myself with just me and my coach. So, you know, I mean, my childhood, man, like I've been through a whole bunch, you know, like, and at that moment, you know, he was really the guy I looked up to because that was the only other black punter I had ever really known him out up to that point too. Yeah. And, you know, like he had this one video he did when he was punting and he was, you know, he shouted me out and my mom told her to keep fighting and stuff. You know, it was just small stuff like that, you know, he went out of his way because I haven't even met the guy at that point yet. And, you know, he went out of his way and did that. And, you know, it really helped my mom push through. He still calls my mom every blue moon, honestly. Cool, like, and I told myself, man, I'm like, look, like, outside of how long I want to play in this career, outside of, you know, the game of football, man, you find real good people around you in sports. And, like, I got a good support system that's real close to me, but I also got, you know, a lot of people that I don't talk to every day, but I can pick up just like where I left off at. And, you know, 2 years ago, I haven't talked to you in 2 years since COVID, but here we are, you know, picked up right where we left off. And, you know, you really get that from the game of football. No, that's from facts. Players you play with, from former players like Art Moat right now.
Hey now. I'm just glad,
and the guys ain't even in the league yet. Like, you know, it was a reason why, you know, Marquette did that. And it wasn't because he was doing it for himself. You know, he was trying to uplift somebody else.
It's a brotherhood.
And it's a brotherhood, man. Yes. Like in the specialist world, it's definitely a brotherhood because there ain't many of us. Like we got this camp coming up next month in Tennessee, in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, on the 18th and 19th. And, you know, just about every team at least have one specialist on the roster there. Yeah. And, you know, it's the time we compete always. But at the same time, we break bread. We got a big old cabin we stay together with. And, we all, you know, really get to understand and get to be there for each other because, you know, sometimes in a game of football, you think they're the enemy. And, you know, it's always been like that for, you know, as long as I can remember, especially for me. I'm like, man, I got to be better than the other punter. But I had to flip that when I got here. I ain't going against him because we ain't on the same field at the same time. It's that returner. So, you know, just small stuff like that I've been learning over the times. But at the same time, just being able to, you know, have guys that's still around me that, you know, I can text Marquette right now. He'll hit me right back and, you know, pick up right where we left off. Yeah. And, you know, there's plenty more people like that out there. But, you know, I'm appreciative of it. And, you know, I'm thankful for where I am, you know, because of guys like Marquette, because of guys like Rick, and, you know, plenty of other guys, you know. And I got one I've been training with. His name's Cedric Oglesby, another African-American kicker in the NFL. Wow, okay. You know, he was honestly the reason why I got at Georgia Tech. And, you know, I didn't really get an opportunity to say this earlier. I kind of forgot about it. But now that I think about it, he is the reason why I went there. So, you know, I was at a camp in Alabama for their, like, specialist camp. Went in as a sophomore. Went in there to Saban's office. He told me, hey, you know, we got J.K. Scott here. He's the best in the nation right now. We don't know how long he's gonna be there because he could come out earlier. He could stay another year. I ain't never heard nothing back from him. But on that way back from that drive from Bama to South Carolina, we stopped in Atlanta. So Georgia Tech had their camp the second day, right after Alabama's. I wound up winning that camp, and it was because Coach Oglesby was the coach that was, put through out of a third party thing because he owns his own kicking organization to help out with that camp. And since that point in time, he's helped me out tremendously while I wasn't being able to be with my other coach back home. And he was a guy that also did exactly what I'm doing. So I'm like, who else to, be able to get some help from, not even just with kicking, but also just life, being able to, say he was an NFL athlete, especially as a black punter or black kicker, it's tough. So there ain't many people you can talk to. Being able to have him there was a big help. And he got me to Tech. If he didn't hit my mom and dad after that camp in Alabama, to come through and stop, I probably wouldn't have been there.
That's crazy.
So, life would have been different already all over again, man. So, that's why I say I'm just appreciative of every little thing, even when I didn't feel like do it. My mom and my dad made me still go and do it sometimes because I definitely didn't want to do that camp. I was tired. And it was like a 6-hour drive back from Tuscaloosa to Atlanta, and then a 4.5-hour ride back from there. I'm like, man, come on, I'm ready to go home. But my future was right there. And, in that moment when I didn't really feel like doing something, but that discipline took over and I was like, all right, I got to go do it. That's the same thing I got to tell myself these days. Every day in the off season ain't going to be the best day. You're not going to have the most to do. Like I really haven't done much all day today, but, had a little accident with the kitchen sink. We got to clean that out and get that fixed. So that took my day today. But, you still got to get that workout. You got a Peloton downstairs. I'm like, hey, I might be at the house because the plumber was here, but hey, I got to get a workout in. So, just being able to, use that discipline that I had at a younger age and just see where it took me today. I'm appreciative of it, but, just got to keep going because the road ain't narrow yet.
No, ain't that the truth, man? I like that, man. Now, I got one final one for you, man. And then after that, man, we'll be good. Because, last time we was up here, we asked you about your welcome to the NFL moment because you was young. You was still learning it. And that was cool. But now you're a little seasoned. You feel me? You've got a chance to experience the fun side of it and the not so fun side of it,
Yeah.
So if you could, just, what would you say has been the most challenging aspect of being a professional athlete? And what has been the aspect that you've enjoyed the most about being a professional athlete?
Yeah. I mean, the first one, I'm going to definitely say the biggest thing as a professional athlete getting used to is just the way of life. You're in a public eye. As a college athlete, you feel like you are, but not everything about you is public. What we make every year is
everything you get. Yeah,
everything
crazy,
about
man.
me is public. Yeah, like being able to live in the public eye, but also being able to still live a regular life is really hard. And I'm a punter, so I have a lot different perspective than Kenny does, than Najee does, than Landon does, or whoever else, Minka, whoever. Everybody, depending on what role you play on a team, honestly, is going to depend on how public you are. If you go out, how bombarded you're going to get. But like that was, like I said earlier, with that lady and her son realizing who I was and stuff, I gotta kind of always have my, always gotta have my eyes in the back of my head. Gotta watch your six a little bit because not everybody's always gonna have the best intentions for you in a city. Like, and that's one thing that all of us try to take into consideration. And sometimes people might feel some type of way about that. If we don't really want to sign this right here, sometimes we just don't want to get caught up into that because we don't know, number one, who we're around, especially if we're by ourselves or with like one other person, because things happen so fast. I mean, like I don't even remember who it was, but I think it was a team for the Giants. They just had 2 people get robbed, like not too long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like they had 2 players get robbed.
The Browns
they had a night. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's a normal day in Pittsburgh, and I just go out somewhere one night having fun, and just me and my boys, and the next thing you know, something like that happens, and you can't think the same way as a normal person because I can't get into an altercation with you. If I do, I lose my job. 9 times out of 10, I'll rip these days. Mm-hmm. So I try to tell my girl that too sometimes. Like, we love going to Coopterville. That's our spot.
Shout
like,
out to Cooperville, bro. That's a vibe down there.
Yeah. That's the spot, man. I love that spot. Every single time we go, we always have a good time there. And, you know, one thing I really told myself when I first got into the league, I stayed here by myself my rookie year too. She was still in school. So I didn't really go out like that. But I really didn't do it because I never want to get into something with a fan while they're drunk at a bar. And the next thing you know, I'm in something.
That is also real. You know? Yes.
Like that. It's the real life stuff that sometimes fans don't take into account. Like if I get bombarded in public, first of all, I'm gonna take a little step back. You know, just try to figure out the scenario, situation. And, you know, I try to be as cordial as possible. Like, I don't like saying no already anyways. So, you know, if I don't want to do something in public, you know, it's probably for a reason. I'm not a guy that's just going to be like, I'm selfless. I don't care about you. It's about me. I'm not like that. But everything I do, I put somebody else before I put myself first. So, you know, being able to go around the city and not have issues like that, and I'm going to knock on wood, but, you know, being able to be in a city to where, you know, you are felt love, and this place is different because, I mean, if we were in LA or something like that, it's completely different than it is in Pittsburgh. You know, just about everybody in this city knows about the team, knows everything about it, watches it every single Sunday, or they're in the stadium. So, you know, it's like the community here is tight, but I know a lot of places don't have it like that, especially bigger cities. So I am thankful for that. But the best moments of the league, definitely want to talk about that too.
Yeah.
I think honestly, my favorite and best moment so far has been that Atlanta game last year.
Okay.
So
that was a dot. That was a dot.
So
that was a great punt.
Backstory on that too. That was the first stadium I actually played in. That was my first game at Georgia Tech. I was a freshman. We were playing in the Chick-fil-A kickoff game against Tennessee at the time, and that was my first game in that same stadium. And, you know, I just told myself, look, I'm back home. And, you know, I know we played Charlotte too, but Atlanta was home for me. You know, that's where I definitely want to move back to at some point in time. And that's really where I want to move. Yeah, man. Everything. Hey, man, that's my place. That's my love outside of South Carolina. Yeah.
The A is
like I could, I could tell you, man, like that game was so fun because, I mean, I only had 2 reps on punting. You know, I only had 1 over field and a pooch. But those were 2 critical plays. And that last one, that pooch punt, it was on the 40-yard line. I'm like, look, I got to put this inside. You know, got a little bit of time left in this game. I'm like, where else would I want to be right now? Than, you know, the city that made me the punter I am today. And in a situation with a team that also had dibs on me that overlooked me. And I'm in the same city.
Talk about it. You overlooked me and I'm from the crib. Oh, baby.
Like I missed my draft call with Coach T. If you remember, I missed my draft call because Atlanta was on the phone. Like, I'm like, dude,
wow, I
got to do something here. And I mean, that was a game that I also dedicated to my dad. That was my Claws My Cleats game. Yeah. I wore some cleats for him with the American Kidney Fund because that's the place like he donated because he had kidney failure. So that was the place that he always donated and stuff like that to give back and try to figure out, you know, stuff for him, but also for everybody else. And, you know, I had his name and stuff on the cleats and that happened. I mean, I got the cleats, I got the game ball and all of that from that. That was a special moment for me. Because that was growth, you know, that was growth more than, you know, just punting. That was growth for me because, you know, I'm back in a very familiar place, but I'm doing the exact thing where I left off at in that city, you know, making plays and, you know, doing it for my dad and his honor too for that day. You know, I was already close to home. I had, I think, like 30-something tickets, 30-something people in the stands watching that game.
It's real like
and,
that.
You know, being able to, you know, I saw all my friends afterwards and stuff like that. Like, that was the game I felt like, man, I'm home. You know, I got to the hotel. I ain't feel no nerves when I woke up the next day for the game. Nothing. You know, it felt like a regular day back in college to me. And, you know, I didn't get that for any other game I played so far. Yeah. And, you know, that's definitely my most favorable moment.
No, I like that right there, man. So that's dope, though. That is dope, baby. That is dope. Well, shoot, man. That was all I had on my end, man. Did you got any left on your end?
I think we're good.
Man, Presley, bro,
You're
from
awesome,
the
bro.
heart,
Appreciate
man.
that.
Appreciate the heck out you taking some time to hop on with this, man.
Yeah, man.
And like I
No
said, man,
problem.
just share the stuff that you share with us, man. From the heart, definitely means a lot, man.
Yeah, that's no problem, man. Just hey, everybody out here listening, just go be something for somebody that's gonna make them have a smile on their face today. You know, just go do something for somebody that's out of your way, just to make somebody else be like, oh man, you thought about me. You know, that really goes a long way. And you know, I just try to live my life every single day of, you know, getting to whatever's next. You know, I try to live my faith by God every single day, and you know, just put myself in a position where I can just help other people. You know, that's what this NFL is really all about. That's why there is so much outreach stuff. That's why the UFC fighters aren't in the community the same way, you know, through their organization as it is through the NFL. The outreach is the same, you know? Like we really can make a stride on things by just all coming to the same accord and just doing the right thing and just being a good person. And it's not hard to be a good person. You really got to try to be a bad person. Like, trust me, it ain't.
Be good, be nice, be kind. It ain't hard. Just be nice.
It's really not. Just be nice, man. Just do. And get up and go do something if you're a kid too, man. This summer hot. And I know the air quality ain't good outside. I ain't been out there all day. Or yesterday. 2 days before that. But man, just get out, do something, educate yourself, learn something new, man. Just learn something new.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Well, like I said, man, appreciate you again, man. Y'all heard the positive words of encouragement right there on the back end, too, man. So, with that being the case, man, we wish you nothing but the best going into this season, man. You enjoy Latrobe, man. I'm going to see you out there. I don't enjoy it the way that you enjoy it, but you enjoy Latrobe, man.
I'm going to try my hardest. I know that food going to get repetitive quick.
Hey, ain't that the truth?
I'm going to enjoy it.
Ain't that the truth? My
it's
dog.
better to be at home.
Big facts. Big facts. Nah, but appreciate you again, bro.
For sure, man. Appreciate y'all too, fellas.
Appreciate it. Peace.
Peace. Shout out once again, man, to Steelers starting punter, the one and only Pressley Harvin, man. Take some time with us, man. Salute him, though, bro. Like, I like that right there, man.
Next time in studio?
Facts. He wanted to be it. He asked, he was like, yo, you wanted in the studio or you at, you know what I'm saying? And at the time, in my mind, I was like, nah, we're going to do it on the phone because we still aren't to the point where we can have people
gets that access.
Well, because with TJ, I told TJ, I was like, bro, if you pull in studio, like, you got to be here the whole time because we not to the point where we just like have people.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's more of that. I'm like,
yeah,
I got to go up, open the door, bring you in, Mike, get you back in frame. Like, it's just a lot of that. Yeah. So I'm like, why we got to deal with all that? With TG is easy because I can tell TG, hey, bro, just pull up early, sit here for the whole time. We treat it like a regular show, but for press, most of the time our guests are about 15 to 30 minutes. So I'm like, nah, man, we ain't about to have you here for 30 minutes and then trying to do the whole rearranging. He low-key could have pulled up the other day. He was here we was talking for a little while today.
Yeah.
He definitely could have stayed today. Like, hey, bro, you trying to do the whole show with us? What's up? Like, we down. You feel me?
Yeah.
But no, it was a vibe, bro.
One of those vibes.
Like, seriously, it was a vibe, bro. But that's pulling back the
That
curtain so y'all can know.
Cooking, though, right?
Yeah. We got something in the works.
It's in the back burner.
We got something in the works where we will be able to have these guests pull it up in studio, but that's gonna take some time right now. Yeah, but that's you know the big reason behind it. But nah, man, saluting though, bro. Like, it's crazy to hear some of those stories though, man.
I like the golf analogies.
Yeah, and as a golfer now, I call myself a golfer now, but as a golfer, I agree. I can see the parallels. I can see it, man. It's real.
For him, it probably sucks too, or at least with golf, you get how many swings throughout an 18? You get maybe 40, 50 swings, like full swings. I know you got to do the putting strokes and the chipping to like kind of like re-engage or like get back to like center if you had a couple bad shots, right? You figure out what you're doing. But like for him, he punts and then if it's a bad putt, he has how much time in between?
Yeah.
And
Seriously.
then, like, what if what you were thinking wasn't correct and you hit another bad putt and you got to wait probably another, like, potentially 30 minutes to an hour? Who knows? Who knows how many punts you actually
That was the
get.
one thing that I, like, he said it early in the interview. He's like, you know, as a linebacker, you're out there, you're playing all these snaps back to back, like, you could be amped up. And we have just more margin for error. We could mess up because the next back can come back and make a play. And you'll forget that I just got ran over. You'll forget that I missed a tackle. You'll forget anything.
Or the play might not even come to you, so you can mess up and not even be seen.
And nobody sees it. For him, that spot, especially when you talk punter, kicker, snapper, their mistakes are magnified. because it's a one-play possession for them, and they are highlighted on it.
Holder too.
Right. It's like they don't get anybody. Nobody can help them out. And that's, the difference of those positions like that. And that's why I'm always like, man, mentally it's a different type of like element too, man. But then when they get to the season, they don't have the daily competition part. So you got to also be able to stay self-motivated and make sure that you keeping yourself where it needs to be. So that you're producing.
That one time with Boss.
Right. Yeah. Chill out, man.
Hate to bring
chill
Boss
out, man.
up like
chill
that,
out,
but-
chill out. See, everything was going good, and then you would bring Boss up. Why you would do that, bro? Don't do that. Don't do
I
that,
like
man.
Boss.
Chill out.
I saw he got snubbed. I saw some ranking lists had him outside of the top 10. I don't agree with that.
Oh yeah, it's outlandish.
I don't like
man.
that.
It's outlandish. It's outlandish. And I totally forgot this, man. Y'all hit that like button one time for the interview for Presley, taking some time, man, to hop on the show with us, man. I seen Kenneth Moses bring that up as well, man. Salute you for the reminder. But yeah, man,
Boz
he
got
did.
snubbed.
You can't be snubbing my dog Boz like that. Everybody know what Boz on, man.
Didn't
Stop
have
playing.
his best of seasons last year, but he's still, I think, top 5 at least.
I'm with you.
He's still there.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you, man.
You want me to just go over these? It's like
I think it's like
6:15.
I think we got a couple supers left, man. Yeah, we'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah. it was a vibe.
Safeties
It was-
next week.
We're gonna get to these safeties. We're gonna get to these 32 ranking all our core roster players. We're gonna get to a lot of stuff, Deke. Okay, eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
It was a good vibe.
Well, my thing is this. It could just be us in here just jacking off, saying whatever, but it is cool to actually have a guest like that. That's gonna take up a lot of time. I'm down with it, bro. It was a cool surprise.
We got some really good
I
insight. I learned a lot.
I was like, bro, this was actually like
about
dope,
the punting
dope.
position. Yeah, that was good.
But that's the beauty of the show. Sometimes I be thinking it's gonna go one direction, and I have it all planned up. We'll talk. Be like, all right, Dick, we're gonna start here. We're gonna go there. We're gonna hit it like that. And then we're gonna come back over here. We're gonna get on the back door with this. And then we come here. And it's like, yeah, Dick, forget everything I just said. All right, abort. All right, we're gonna reconvene next week. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a vibe though, bro.
AJ Martinez says, "Yo, Sabotage the song. LOL. Shout X. How are you?"
Shout out. What was the song?
Beastie Boys Sabotage.
Oh,
Wow.
Got
AJ
you.
Martinez
Got
is a
you.
level above us.
Got you.
That's a good one.
Yeah, he caught me off. We totally overlooked that.
That's a
We
good
was
one.
thinking like sabotaging the like.
Yeah, someone's doing something against the Beastie Boys. Conspiracy.
That's pretty dope though, right there. Shout out to you, AJ. Yeah.
AJ Martinez also gifted a Moats membership to Remix.
Man, shout out to AJ Martinez once again being a rock star at life and remix. I say remix. I say every remix. I say one time for remix. Welcome to the upper room. Yes indeed. Yes indeed. And I had to do it that way, man. I forgot who was in here yesterday. They were talking about some of the battle rap stuff, Hitman Hollow, and the thing made me go watch one of his things. And sure enough, that's what he did. I was like, yo, remix. I hit the with the then I came back and hit him with the I had to hit him with the remix for remix. Remix, man. All right, I'm back now. I'm good.
AJ Martinez, Carl Jung, The Red Book, Dreams. Maybe he has
It's a book on dreams.
Yeah, I think he has a book out there. Maybe that'll explain some of our dreams, I guess.
I ain't tripping on it.
It's an AJ Martinez suggestion right there.
I'll research before I read it. I'll do that. I'm still on my Alex Cross vibes right now.
Okay.
I'm like, about 10 books in right now with him.
Yo Young, I walked 20 miles a day in Germany, 360 miles total.
Bro, that sounds like it's on brand. What are you talking about, man? I did not realize it was literally that much walking out there, man. Yeah.
Chris, Deke, should I hit the over on Deontay Johnson 5.5 touchdowns? Ooh.
Do you need to give a disclaimer before you get this? just make sure we all good, man.
Yeah, disclaimer. Do your own research. We know he's going to make up for last year and go off. Pickens over 750 yards. Wait, the Pickens has 750 yards is over under? I'd take the over easily on that. All right, the 5.5 Deontay touchdowns. Oh man, it's just fluky. I think it's fluky because he hit the over.
Yeah.
I think 2 seasons with Ben. I don't know. I think he was under his rookie year with Duck and Mason.
Actually, let me
He
check.
hit around like 500 yards. Yeah, actually, he might have had 6.
That's what I was about to say. Hold on, let
He
me.
had that one in that Dolphins game, 2019. I think he had one. Did he have one in the Bengals game? He's
All
wide
right,
open.
hold on. Here we go.
He's probably right around there.
So Yeah, 5 touchdowns his rookie season, 7 touchdowns his sophomore season, 8 touchdowns the junior season or third season. Last year was the first season where he had no touchdowns. I
Goose
wonder
eggs.
why.
So he hit.
Huh.
He dropped a couple.
I'm just saying, bro.
No, I do think touchdowns are a fluky thing, though, because the one, remember, he got tackled at the one in that Browns.
No, I'm
game
with you,
at
but
the end
it
of the year.
is interesting that you said that, right? So I was looking at.
Like I could probably count 4 or 5 touchdowns. It's just like, okay,
Yeah.
if you caught 2
Well,
of those.
the one got batted down. versus
Jets game, remember the
was that
toe
Ravens or Browns one that got batted down at the end, like on the slant pass?
Oh man, when was that?
That was the last game of the season.
Browns
I remember
game.
Kenny threw the slant and it got batted down. We ended up scoring. Then we came back to him for the 2-point conversion. Yeah, he had one of those, but he was like wide open, beat
So
the dude.
he could have had 2
Yeah.
touchdowns that game.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he could have easily had 5.
bro. I know y'all not fans of Deontay. I'm just looking at the number. I'm like, yeah, it's a daggone good receiver, bro.
Oh yeah, he saw
It's a
it.
daggone good receiver, bro.
I'm fine with him.
Yeah.
5.5. I might take that over. That's tough. That's a good line, actually. That's a
Everything
really
was
line.
good until last season. That's the whole question mark.
I thought last year was his best season, to be honest with you.
Everything's been good for him statistically until last season. And even last season, that was his worst season since his rookie year. He had 882 in terms of yards. In terms of receptions, 86. Obviously, no touchdowns, right?
I really believe last year was his best year,
Yeah.
from my standpoint.
But you look at the year before that, 107 catches, 1,100 receiving yards, 8 tutties. The year before that, 88 catches, 923, 7 tutties. Then rookie year, 59 catches for 680, but still 5 tutties. It's like, dang, he's been going in the right direction. But
That
we did have
Pickens
turnover
one-
last year. It was a lot of turnover last year.
That Pickens one, I'm definitely hitting the over. I don't know if that 5.5 touchdowns I want to be getting into. Because if I am, obviously I'm taking the over. I might leave that one. I think that's a good line. Touchdowns are just like a fluky thing. I think Deontay's gonna have a good year. I'd rather go off
Every
yards.
year it's been going up.
Like
man.
if you gave me the Deontay yards and you told me they got his over under at like 700,
Yeah.
I'd probably take the over on that. I think he's gonna get at least around the same 800-900. Pickens, same thing. It's definitely gonna be over 750.
Yeah, I feel really good about Pickens' yards. Absolutely. I low-key want to take the over for Deontay in terms of the touchdowns. But like you said, it is super fluky because we've seen that.
He's gonna get opportunities though. Like we just talked about last year, and we were run first team.
Bro, he's going to score. He's scoring touchdowns.
We could have talked ourselves into 4 or 5 touchdowns that should have happened.
Bump that. If Kenny going to be who we say he's going to be and Matt Canada going to do what he say he's going to do, then yeah, he better have 5 over that. Look, all right, I'm taking over.
Okay,
Give me the over.
I'm good with that.
Give me the over, man. Stack your paper. Let's get it. No, for real. I do like it, though. That's my disclaimer.
I'm not against that at all. Okay, that's the line though. I'll look into it more. 828 style. Next time, just give Presley the whole show. Bro can chit
Seriously,
chat.
bro.
LOL. That's the quietest y'all been on your own show. I enjoyed it though. LOL.
Hey, for me, man, I was like, yo, I'm just taking it all in. I like the change up every once in a while. Like I said, sometimes we talk to guests and we got to ask a lot of questions to them. We got to, get them to warm up. But Presley, this is one of the things too, man. When you have a person come back on, you can tell who's comfortable. And that's something that I do like about our show, man. We keep the guests feeling comfy.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing right there, man. Nah, salute him though, bro.
828 style. Y'all might need to call him at 4:05 TBS time. LOL.
Low key was one point I looked at. I was like, man, we ain't been on the phone that long. I think they say 55 minutes. I was like, oh, all right. But it was all good. It was all good. I was like, if you down to talk, man, we got something.
Yeah, he has stories. We'll give
Yeah.
6 the time he
I'm
needed.
about to say, if you got the story, if you willing to talk, we'll provide a platform. We got some time for you. Especially for active though. Come on, baby. What we talking about?
624. You got anything else?
Well, it is the weekend time, so I am excited about that. But other than that, man, I don't have anything crazy going on, man. Like I said, I got my little golf out and I'll be in tomorrow. And then, yeah, just counting down the days because y'all know the boy is going on vacay. I fly out next week. Can't wait.
What day?
If I tell the people what day, I don't know. Am I supposed to tell you the day? Like, ain't it supposed to be some mystery behind it?
That's fine. Well,
know?
I didn't even know personally. I know you were going on vacation around this time.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was this upcoming week or the following week.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like maybe it's a hybrid.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe might be a little bit of that and a little bit of that.
I got you. Like,
But we got some time for them though. We'll have a show or two
okay.
if that works for you.
I think we can make it work.
You know what I'm saying? Isn't it the people want that?
I'm sure.
You know,
I'm
they
sure.
might be like, "Yo, we tired of hearing y'all talk. We want y'all to go on vacation for the rest of the month." They might say that. You just never know. I hope not, but you just never know.
I couldn't see that happening.
I would hope not. It seems like they miss us whenever we take little breaks.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. But no, I had nothing else on my plate, man. What is about you? Everything good on your end? Got anything you want?
I'm good.
You shout out anything, promoting anything on the end of this?
Nope, I'm good.
I like it then, man.
I'm good. Yep.
I like it.
Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the 4th of July.
Yeah, man. Definitely enjoy the 4th of July. That is next Tuesday. Monday up in the air right now, just because I know scheduling-wise we got some stuff going on behind the scenes, but definitely in here on Wednesday. Definitely Thursday. For a fact Wednesday. All right, for a fact Wednesday next week, but we'll see about Monday. All right, definitely not on Tuesday because we don't do holidays. All right, but other than that, man, yeah, y'all stay safe out there. We always appreciate each and every one of y'all tapping in with us. Y'all make sure you hit that like button one time for the culture on the back end of this thing, and please subscribe if you have not done so just yet. We appreciate y'all, and we will see y'all next time. But until next time, baby,
Peace.